Boosie Badass, welcome back to VladTV.
What up, Vlad?
Hey man, our last one was a certified classic.
Yeah, everybody talking about it, bro. Got a lot of response from it.
Oh, I mean, it was a huge response. It was actually one of our biggest interviews last year.
I'm a big guy. Man.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into the rest of that, first of all, I just want to thank you for putting out a song named VladTV.
Yeah, right. The interview was so big, man. It was like, a lot of my fans made me do that record. They was like, man, you got to do that record about that VladTV interview, man. You killed that interview. I was like, man, he was just asking questions. I was just giving answers, you know.
Yeah, man. When I saw that song, I said, oh, shit. We just got immortalized in a Boosie song. I mean, like, who gets that? You know, I mean, we didn't just get a Boosie, like, you know, mentioned in the song. The actual title of the song was called VladTV.
Right.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. I was honored. So, in terms of that VladTV interview, I think the one thing that really connected with a lot of people, and I talked to a lot of rappers like Go Yayo or Rico Reckless, and they all tell me that Hypnotized with Hatred line really connected with them. He said like all their friends would hit him up and say, hey man, this is about you right here. You got to listen to this.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
Because a lot of rappers know that feeling of being hypnotized with hatred. You know, it's like I said, it's when people build a deep hate for you by your notoriety. You know, they build a deep hate for you by hearing your name too much, hearing your music too much. And that goes within the rapper who takes off, you know, the people around them, the negative people get hypnotized with hatred. That's why all the rappers and, you know, they was able to feel that. They was able to feel those words about leaving they city and things like that. Cause it was real, man, you know. People get hypnotized with hatred so easy, and it can lead to all kind of, you know, crazy things, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you talked about how you had a conversation with Kodak Black, and you told him that he was getting too much trouble in Florida and he should leave.
Right.
Talk about that conversation a little bit.
I had went and recorded with Kodak. I did that record we got together. It's doing real good. I did that record with him. Matter of fact, I did like 2 or 3 records with him. And I sit down and talk to him, and I just was basically telling him, man, if I was you, I'd get from Florida, man. You know, you young coming up, you already in a little trouble. I was just trying to tell him, get from Florida. But, you know, from talking to him, Kodak, just like I was when I was younger, like, I ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody making me go nowhere. You know, I'm finna put on for the hood. I'm finna stay across the track. So, you know, he's like, I'm 1800 block, you know. I felt him, bro. You know, like, I was telling him one thing, but at the same time, I was feeling him at the same time. Cause he was like, you know, like, I'm a stand-up G, you know. So I feel him at the same time, but I just feel like he should have moved, bro. Cause, you know, once you get to a certain level, you ain't that same guy who off that corner no more. You ain't that same guy across the track. You ain't that same guy off 1800 block. You know, you the same guy inside your heart, but the world don't look at you like that no more. So it's different consequences for you. So I would just basically tell him he need to get from out there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because right now, Kodak is that dude right now in terms of that new, young,
right.
You know, a rapper from a certain type of environment that connects with a certain type of audience. In terms of new rappers, he's that dude right now. And it seemed like almost every other day you see him getting into some sort of issue here or there, which just seems like him being a target. Like most recently, it was like some 34-year-old stripper said that he was too rough with her and now she wants to press charges or something. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have happened 2-3 years ago. Right.
He's a target now, you know. He's a big target now because he a big dog in Florida now, you know. Like he a big dog in Florida now, and you know, he kind of cocky too. You know, he cocky with it, so you know them police don't like that, bro. They don't like to be shit on. You know, they don't like to be shit on. and they daughter singing your music. So I told him, but he a man. He gonna learn from his mistakes, and he gonna come out and do better. He got the music, he got everything going for him. He just gotta stay free. That's all he gotta do, and he's successful.
Yeah, and he loses a lot of money in the process. Of
Hell yeah, man. People don't know how much money you lose in jail. If I don't care who you is, you stay in jail 2-3 years, you're gonna be broke, bro. I don't give a fuck who you is. Niggas talk all this, woo. Besides you getting your sound exchange checks, nigga, you gonna be broke. Period. Because you still gotta take care of your people. If you was taking care of your people out there. And one thing about bills, they don't stop, bro. Women might stop, everything might stop, but bills don't stop. So, man, bro, then I ain't like he got caught up in he was on a big tour he was finna do. So, hopefully he gonna come out and get those days together. But jail ain't no place like when you come from jail, you gotta regroup everything and start getting your money all over again. If you went in a bad situation, you owe a lot of people too. So that jail shit ain't what's up at all, bro. Like, you gonna lose going to jail. People think people get notoriety. Yeah, you might come home and get some money, but all during that time, bro, you lose. You lose money. Your people hurt. Your kids without they daddy. That jail shit ain't nothing nice, bro. That's why, and you try to be calm in there. So that's why I was just so damn. I was just thugging in jail. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like, when I went to prison, I just felt like, I'm not coming to prison to be a good guy, bro. Like, I didn't come to prison. If I'm in jail, I'm being a bad guy. I did not come to, I'm a criminal. I came in, if I'm coming in here, I'm a criminal. I'm gonna criminalize the system because I'm already mad for being in prison. I didn't come here to be a straight A student in prison. I didn't come to stop doing drugs just because I went to prison. Hell no. I feel like you already took my freedom. I'm finna smoke weed. I'm finna, I was wild in prison, man, bro, because I was just frustrated. And you go through all that stuff. And, I was an asshole in prison. I spit on guards, man. I just was lost, man. I just was angry and I took it out on a lot of people, bro. And I was just, prison, you adapt to being an animal like the people around you. You got people fat mouthing, when you're in a cell. And soon you become that same person. I became that same person as the other people. I was heating up shit, throwing feces on people, all kind of shit. I kept it's whatever. That's how it is when you go to prison, bro, especially the big house. We ain't talking about no county, man.
I mean, when you went in, you had murders on you.
Right.
So was there a certain degree of, I may never come home, so fuck it, I'm just gonna wild the fuck out?
Nah, I always figured I was coming home. I had those thoughts that I wasn't coming home too by all the media publicity. I was like, I just hope they don't convict me on being Boosie. But I knew, they had nothing on me. I knew the crime was, the charge and all that was some bogus shit. But, I was worried about couldn't get convicted on my lifestyle that I live. But, I was on some serious shit. I knew I was on some serious shit. But in jail, I'm just me. Like, in jail, you got to make the best out the worst situation. If you round that motherfucker frowned up all day, mad about you gonna lose your mind. If you worry about you gonna lose your mind. So even the guards, even when I was on death row, one guard told me, you was a stupid motherfucker. You facing death penalty, you around these motherfuckers smiling every day, cracking jokes, woo. Cause I never let them see me hurt, man. I'm not, you already got me down, I'm not finna let you see me hurt. So basically I fuck with the guards, they get mad when I smile and, cause they won't see you down, they don't like to see you, when they see you smiling and you going through all this, they be like, is he crazy, like, nah, I'm just a strong motherfucker, I'm playing, even when I do hurt, you won't see me. You know.
Well, so you were actually on death row. I never knew that. I mean, I knew that you had those charges, but I didn't know they actually put you on death row. I thought that was after you got convicted.
Yeah, they put me on. I was on death row for 3.5 years. 3 and 4 months. In Louisiana, if you fight in the death penalty, they can send you to death row.
So when you're on death row, are you able to congregate with the other death row inmates? Do they let you into like a private yard or something, or is it complete isolation?
Now it's complete isolation. It's 12 cells on the tier, one person in a cell. We come out 45 minutes a day on the hallway. You come on the hallway, you talk to everybody. When we go in the yard, we're not allowed to go in the yard together. We chained up and we go into different cages. So there's a lot of isolation, but you interact with people when you're on the hallway. Not at visit, we visit all alone too. We can't visit with nobody. Things like that, but it's mostly isolation. But when you get on the hallway, you can contact with people, dap people up, go to cell, talk to your people.
One of the things about prison that I think a lot of people don't realize is that you actually went through and you had the money to pay for lawyers. We talked about it last time, how you spent hundreds of thousands of lawyers.
Right.
If you didn't have that, this would be a prison interview right now.
I'm not gonna put all my faith in the lawyers, but you know, I had a fucking hell of a Johnny Cochran. But
right. You had a dream team.
I'll say it was God, man.
Right.
Because God can pull you over through lawyers and all that shit. So I say it was God. But I did have I had some hell of a lawyers.
Yeah.
Shout out to my lawyers too.
But here's the reality of the court system. 90% of the cases end up getting pleaded out.
Right.
Meaning that they never go to trial.
Right.
And you have these situations where, let's say, a lot of times the person didn't do it, but when they tell them you face in 20, 30 years, but plea out to this 1 year and it'll all be over.
Right.
Most people, logically, even if they didn't do it, they're going to take that 1 year because they don't want to risk that 20 years.
Right. I would too. I have done it.
Oh, you've done that before?
Yeah. I got when I was in prison, that's why I'm on parole now. When I was in prison, I had a contraband charge of bringing cocaine and drugs into prison, and I took a plea deal so I wouldn't get like 3 strikes. I took a plea deal and took 8 years, and I took the plea deal so my old lady can walk. So when they put stuff in front of you, you got to think like, I had to think like, do I want my kid's mama in prison? Do I want to go try to fight these people on these drug charges and still got to go for murder? So I was basically like, let me go and get these, let me go and take these 8 years, or I come home 2.5 year paper, 3 year paper. But, that's minor. This murder is the real thing. So I wanted to do that, and I ain't no type of dude who stick nobody out, bro, if I brought him into the equation. So I took the lick so my baby mama and them could walk. And, I just stood up, I just stood up.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about a system, though, where you end up not really getting your chance in court, really, when you didn't do it because it's set up in such a way?
No, I did it.
Taking these years.
No, I did. I brought drugs into prison, hella drugs.
Well, okay, no, I'm talking about, okay, that's your situation.
Yeah.
But what about the situation, like, for example, I don't know if you remember it's called the Central Park 5. It was these 5 teenagers that were accused of raping this white woman, and they ended up all taking plea deals. They all went to prison. And then years later, it was found out, through DNA evidence that they didn't even do it. All of them got released. But they all took these deals because they're facing 20, 30 years. So they all took it. They're all scared. They're from the Bronx. They don't have lawyers. They don't have money. We're actually going to interview one of them, 2 of them, in the next week or 2. But that's what happens way too many times.
Yeah, the system just want convictions.
Yeah.
The system just want convictions. That's why they fight so hard to keep That's why they was so mad with Obama for releasing all these prisoners on these 3 strikes laws, because all they want is convictions. You know, I was in prison with dudes, man, I was in prison with a guy who got 30 years for stealing the lawnmower.
What?
No, he got a life sentence. He been down 30 years for stealing the lawnmower. No, this other guy, Timmy Jackson. Jackson got life in prison. He been in prison 21 years in Angola for his 3rd strike. A woman walked out the pawn shop in New Orleans and dropped her bracelet that she bought. He came in behind her, picked the bracelet up off the ground, and put it in his pocket. He got life in prison, 3rd strike, stolen property.
Right. I mean, you have Khalifa Browder. You know about his story, Rikers Island?
Yeah, I was watching something on that last night. He hung himself, right?
Right. He got put in Rikers for stealing a book bag. And it was awaiting trial. And he was in Rikers for like 3 years just awaiting this trial. He was in solitary a large portion of that time. He got out and ended up killing himself. He said that Rikers just destroyed him. And stealing a book bag.
Crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. They got the system is designed to destroy us, man. That's what people don't understand, especially in Louisiana, man. Like, if you look at the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, that's what it is in Louisiana. People think that shit is old. Nah, they still have a chain gang in Louisiana. Every day they wake up and they go on the field and they walk over 18 miles, 10 miles, picking vegetables, all this. They come back with their hands bruised up, everything. Some of them died of heat strokes out there. The chain gang, yeah. Tied to each other, walking miles with the people on the horse behind them with the guns. Yeah, like, you know, like, it's real, like.
Well, the Emancipation Proclamation outlawed slavery for everywhere except the prisons. In prisons, slavery is still considered legal. Right. And you could technically treat a prisoner the same way you treat a slave, with the same. Yeah,
right. That's what they do. You know, you go walk, you pick all that stuff, and but everybody has to have a job, and they give us 7 cents a day, man. You get
7 cents a day.
You get 7 cents a day, 7 times 7 a week. That's what you get a day, and a honey bun is 65 cents. So at the end of the week, you don't even have enough money for a honey bun.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I hope they change the system at some point.
Yeah, they need to, man. They need some structure in there, bro, because it ain't no place you won't be at, man. It's crazy.
So when we did our last interview, we talked about the gay community, and we talked about how you felt that gay images on television is harmful to children.
Yeah.
And you've never backed down off that. People have asked you about that, and you stand behind what it is that you said. But then a few months ago, you actually saw gay cartoons on television. You commented on that.
Yeah, because I'm the type, Vlad, bro. Like, I got seriously bashed by the gay community for that. By even my label was calling me like, why do I say that? Because I speak from my heart, man. Nobody's not gonna make me talk no kind of way because I'm a man. Ain't nobody gonna make me change what I say because I'm a man. And like I say, I don't have problems with gay people. I don't have problems with gay people at all. I have problems with they putting this gay stuff on these kids. Like you putting, like it was strange to me, seeing a gay cartoon with a man and a man kissing and all this. It's like, I just feel like a 3 or 4 year old, 5-year-old shouldn't see that, bro. I just feel like, they pushing it on these kids who not ready for this, man. I just feel like they pushing it on them and they dragging it on them. I don't have no problem with the gay community. I just feel like, they pushing it toward these kids, man, and it's not right. Like people, they was DMing me, the gay community, like, No, nigga, you just backed up in time. You come home to a whole different world. It's not the same world. That's what they was telling me.
Huh.
And I was like, I had to think on that, and I was like, damn, yeah, because I was used to seeing Power Rangers and the Smurfs and things like that.
I mean, you talking about Power Rangers, there's actually a gay character in the new Power Rangers movie. She's a lesbian.
I didn't know that.
But this is the first time in a major action film where you've had a gay character.
I didn't know that.
This is a $100 million film, special effects, and so forth. And there's a lesbian character in there. It's never been done before.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I'm just not with them putting that on kids that early, man. Like, I'm just not with that. I don't think, like, a lot of people might think that's cool, A lot of people in the world might think that's cool for gay cartoons, for their kids to watch gay cartoons, and I feel like if you letting your kids, if you cool with your kids watching gay cartoons, you don't mind. It's like you're pushing them to be that way. If you letting them watch gay cartoons and things like that, but I just don't feel it's cool for children to do it. But at the same time, I don't have no problem with the gay community.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with the gay community either. But it seems like right now you have a different type of environment. Like Beauty and the Beast, which was I think the biggest film this year so far, has a gay couple in there. There was a Coca-Cola commercial that was I think from South America. It was a Spanish language commercial, and it showed this pool boy with his shirt off, and then like the family is looking at him through the window, and there's like a sister and her gay brother, and they're both trying to run towards him to try to give him a Coke, and they're tripping over each other. But the brother is definitely gay. And it's been incorporated into culture in such a way that I haven't seen it before, where it's not even cartoons anymore. It's just media, period.
Yeah. Like I guess it's a new day and age, man. It's a new day and age, but I'm gonna still have my say so. That's how I feel about the situation. They can try to make it look to me as if it's just how it is, but I'm still gonna have to say what I say about it. I'm not gonna change my opinion about it.
How do you feel when the gay community compares their struggle to the struggles of blacks in America and the racial struggles? Because at one point, a black person, a white person couldn't kiss. Someone would get put in jail, or someone would get lynched over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the Emmett Till situation where he got beaten to death over allegedly looking at a white woman, whistling at a white woman. Like, and they like to compare those two things. Like, what's your take on that?
I don't think it's no take on that. I'm not gonna compare my race to gays. I'm not gonna compare my race to gays. I have experienced certain racial things by me coming up as far as with cops and things like that. But I've never really received racial things from white people as a whole coming up. I've had more white people look out for me sometimes than black people, man. That's why I was like, when Wayne did his interview and they was talking about Black Lives Matter, I feel like I was understanding some of the things Wayne said. They have a white man will help you before some of these black guys will, especially polices. They got some black men. Man, these guys are so evil, man. And all my white fans love me. I love my white fans. Like, like my white fans ain't at my shows flipping me off and things like that, throwing hate stuff at me. They turning up. Like, every white fan I have, they hug me when they see me. Man, bro, I love my white fans, bro. So I never, I've been through it as far as with cops. I'm not gonna lie, I've been through a lot of racial things with cops, prosecutors, also things like that. But as far as the people who are not after me like that, like, I got a lot of white people I got love for, man. And it's crazy,
Well, I just interviewed this guy named Brother Polight. You know, he's a conscious black activist. And I think he broke it down pretty well. He said that
I grew up being raised that the white man is the devil. And you know what? The white man is the devil in Brownsville as far as I'm concerned. And also in prison as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't even disagree. The white man is the devil in prison. Surely not everybody, but I understand the conviction because of the relationship between black and white people when impoverished and white officers happen to deal with people lacking in resources day to day. The behavior patterns of people lacking in resources only going to amount to them fighting amongst each other and fighting amongst people outside their race. But of course, crime would be perpetuated amongst the people of the same race within the confines of their own community.
Yeah, it does make sense. It makes sense to me a lot because I never had no beef with no white boy. The white boy wasn't in my bushes trying to kill me. The white boy wasn't shooting up my car. You know what I'm saying? The white boy never made a rap song about me. You know, only my race did that to me. So I just can't agree with, you know, just a total racist thing. I'm not going to agree with that because, like I said, the white, you know, they went after me. Of course, they're going to discipline me when I get in trouble. You know, it's their job to discipline me.
now, how many kids do you have now? Because I think you had one kid after we had
I got 8
last time. Okay. Now, I think what was really interesting about this one interview you did with TMZ is that you have 8 biological children, but you have 2 other children
who I
that you
adopted.
take care of.
Yeah.
And these are friends who got killed?
Yeah, they're my two best friends. My 2 best friends who got killed is Bleak daughter and my boy Ivy, his little boy.
That's amazing, man. I don't think too many people would do something like that.
They just ain't real friends.
So talk about this situation. So your friends got killed, and then you just took over taking care of these kids yourself, or how does it work?
It works like this. My boy Ivy, he got killed. They followed us from the club. They killed him. Well, they killed the whole car. Everybody died in the car. Everybody, 3 people. And his son was still in his baby mama's stomach. So I just feel that's what I'm supposed to do. It's just like my call of duty to take care of my dude's son and keep him like he'll want him, you know, like that's just my call of duty. That's just how I was raised, like straight up, man. My boy Bleak, you know, the same thing with him. You know, he got murdered a couple months after I went to jail. And it's just my call of duty, man. Like, you know, like they call me their daddy, man. Like, it's my call of duty. You know, we always made promises to each other. We knew how we was living, so we always made promises to each other. If I die, I'm gonna take care. If you die, you take care of my kids. If I die, I take care of your kids. And it's always been like that, bro. It's just always been like that. If you my homie, you know, like they was, you know, it's my call of duty to take care of his kids, Vlad.
So these kids actually call you daddy?
Yeah.
That's dope, man, because, you know, I don't care what people say out there. You know, I mean, shout out to the single mothers out there, but I don't think that any child is going to have the same level of development if they don't have a father. Right.
Yeah, I do it all with them. I go to the donuts for dads with them. I do it all with them, man. I just be trying to fill that void. You know, I take them to the mall. I get them what they want. I just be trying to fill that void, you know, and let them know that they daddy was the shit, man. I always motivate them and tell them stories about their daddies, and they love when I tell them stories and what my daddy did. So I be motivating them, man. It's like, you know, and all my kids call them sisters and brothers. They don't look at them no different from they biological sisters and brothers.
Man, I wish more men would do that. I think this is like the most inspiring thing I've heard.
That's when you really love somebody, bro. You do that. It's just a call of duty, bro. A lot of people don't do that because they want their nigga place. They be happy they dead. Real shit. Most niggas be happy when a nigga die because they want their place.
Wow. How did the kids' mothers sort of react with you, doing all
Oh, they
that?
love me, man. All the kids, mother, Sarah, all them. They got a deep respect for me, man. They always tell me, I wish they had more friends like you, bro. They always tell me things like that. They be like, can I just cook you some food or something? I be like, nah, I'm all right. But they always just tell me that they wish that they baby daddies had more friends like me,
Yeah, man, that's incredible, man. That's incredible. And this is someone who already has 8 of his own kids.
Right.
Which makes it even that much more important.
Right.
Yeah, man, I love it. Do all your kids have a Boosie Fade? All your male kids?
Yeah. It's a must.
It's a must.
It's no other way. It's like you're not going to school. It's like you telling me you're not going to school. What? Hell no. It's one way. It's one haircut, and that's it.
So if one of your kids came and you said, I want a Kodak Black haircut, with the dreads popping out, nah.
They not gonna even do that. The first haircut, when they was 11 months, they get their first haircut, they forgot a Boosie Fade. This is all they knew since they was, when they was 9 years old, I was talking to them. When they was 9 months, you ready for your Boosie Fade? You ready for your Boosie Fade? And it's been in their head forever. And then, when they go to school, the girls, they be like, they acknowledge their haircut, so they really love it. They be like, ooh, daddy, they be talking about my haircut, saying I got a haircut. So, they always like their haircut. It's just a part of them, man. It's just a part of their swag.
Okay, but this wasn't always called the Boosie Fade. This haircut you got has been around, forever.
Right.
At what point did it become the Boosie Fade?
Because mine's a little different. It's not a flat top. It's not a ramp. You gotta look at it. It's shaped a certain way. The fade is not too high. It's in the middle. It's not low like a taper. So it's basically a Boosie Fade. I really got like the swag and the thing from the Nino Brown look at New Jack City. First
okay.
It used to be a little lower. But I fell off a motorbike when I was little, and I got a scratch in my head right here. So if I cut it low, you can see the scratch in the scab. So I had to grow it and make it, So that's how it happened. I can't cut it down because you'll see my scab in my head from the cut. So it's always been like this, and I started rapping about it at Boosie Fade, and ever since then, it just took off like that.
So how often do you need to get a haircut to maintain a Boosie Fade?
How long do you need not to get a haircut?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how often do you need to keep getting your hair relined up?
Oh, I get my haircut 2 times a week, so that's like every 3 days.
Every 3 days, okay.
Yeah.
And you actually went so far as to trademark the Boosie Fade.
Yeah, I had to trademark it just in case somebody tried to take it and put it in a movie, and I got to get my Boosie Fade credits,
Because I heard that you would go around and you see like barbershops advertise the Boosie Fades.
Yeah, and I don't sweat that. I'm not finna go in no barbershop and ask for no $10 cut or nothing like that. But if it was to go viral and somebody make millions, they gotta pay me. It's only 2 people now. It's only 2 barbers know how to cut my hair: the guy who originated and the guy who cuts it now. It's not easy to cut at all. It's a task cutting it. You gotta blend it right. It's not easy as people think. And so many people be coming up to me at the concerts like, no, motherfucker, that is not the Boosie Fade. Motherfucker got a line in his head. They ain't fade him up. Motherfucker got a hat, flat top. My hair is not that. No, hell no. I got my barber right now doing Boosie Fade classes because people fucking up, man. They fucking my haircut up, man. Man, then they doing it to the little kids, man. Little 6-year-old. I'm in where I was, Alabama somewhere. Little mama bring her 6-year-old. Look, I got him the Boosie Fade. Man, I wanted to say, shit, no, that ain't no damn Boosie Fade. I just hugged him and say, man, you got that Boosie Fade. But the barbers fucking it up, man. They don't know how to do it, bro.
So you said something kind of interesting, and I think not everyone really got it. But you talked about how if you hang around someone that's getting money, your job is to help them get that money.
Right.
Because if you hang around 4 millionaires, you're gonna be the 5th.
Right. Because if you hanging around, Boosie, just any guys, big time guys, you hang around a P. Diddy, it's a privilege for you to hang around him, first of all. It is a privilege for you to be in his presence. So if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, why are you here for me? If you're not bringing me any money, why are you here? What are you doing? And if you bring in a millionaire, you keep bringing a millionaire a sack, eventually you're going to be a millionaire. It's facts. Eventually you'll be a millionaire. It's just like a manager. Just like a manager to another millionaire. You bringing your boy, okay, hey, dude, I got a dude on 4-5 verses. Hey, man, shit, 4-5 verses. Just think if that man getting $50,000 a verse. That's $250,000. Your boy give you $20,000-$30,000 for that shit. You do that 100 times a year. How much money is that?
Right.
So you gotta go get him money. You can't sit on side and wait for him to get every money. A boss is doing too much things. First, he got this to do. He got this to do. He got this to do. Somebody gotta be out there paper chasing, bro. Somebody gotta be that guy in the club looking at everybody with jewelry on. Man, you wanna do some business? Man, you wanna do some, you networking with other rappers, because if you don't go get him no bag, his bag is limited to only what he can do. That's where a team comes in. If you got a team of dudes who paper chase and go and get bags, you know what I'm saying? You can't really lose, bro. You can't really lose.
I mean, that's true. That's true, because the one thing I learned early on was that there's no such thing as millionaires that do it by themselves. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, man.
It doesn't matter. I mean, maybe if you're a painter, but even the painters got managers and, agents and stuff like that help set them up with clients. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is you do, it's a group effort.
It's a group effort, man. It's a team, man. Yeah. It's a team. If you don't have a team, your hustle is isolated, man. It's only what you can bring to the table. Most deals that come about, other people can go get those deals. You don't have to be the only one to go get those deals, man. You gotta have a team with people who can put on a suit and go talk to people. Everybody can't put on a suit and go talk to people and make them believe them. You gotta have those guys. You gotta have those guys to protect you from all this madness in the streets. You gotta have producers. You gotta have shooters. You can't shoot a video without a video, man. You gotta have video camera people, because people won't see you, follow you all day. You gotta have all this. You gotta have drivers. Who gonna drive you from place to place when you land? You gotta have an assistant. You can't book stuff all day. You gotta have an assistant. So if you think you can do it by yourself, you're in the wrong business, man. That's with anything. With drugs, you gotta have a team. That's just reality. If you think you can do it by yourself, you just can't, bro. You'll fall.
Well, yeah. I mean, I tell people in a typical day, I have about 7 people in my house, doing various things. And the more money you make, the more people you have to have around you. And the more,
exactly,
and the better you have to get at managing this process. Because you look the wrong way, someone gonna steal from you, someone gonna do something,
right?
Someone gonna do something under your name, and you gonna get blamed for it, even though someone else did it, because it's under your umbrella.
It happens to me all the time. It happens to Boosie all the time. Somebody can like just happened in Virginia, like.
Right.
I never even made it to the concert. They had a shootout. Some kids got hit or whatever. Headlines: Boosie badass. Violence concerts brings tragedy. All this. You know, and it's not me. You know, it's you know, you can't blame me for other people's actions. You know, and that's where it comes in. So you gotta have you a tight-knit circle around you, and that's how I am. Like if you ain't making no, you can be family. I love the shit out of family, but if you ain't benefit me in no way, I'm looking to fire your motherfucking ass at any moment right now. I ain't lying. I'm looking for your first mistake to fire your damn ass and get your ass out of here and send you back to Baton Rouge so you can go back in that gutter and see how precious it is to be where you was. You know, you gotta wake people up sometimes. You gotta send people home and wake them up and be like, man, bro, and realize, man, I'm tripping. I was just in Hawaii. Now I'm back in the hood. You know, like, nah, that's what wake people up. Like, people gotta understand, like, even the people you love, if they ain't doing their job, bro, you gotta discipline them. If you don't discipline them, you know, if you don't discipline them, they'll never get better, and you'll never get them better. So I'ma discipline your ass. Like, if you tripping, I can trip. If you tripping, you know, you tripping, I'ma trip with you, you know.
Here's one thing that I think is important when it comes to money, is that I feel it's easier to get money than keeping money.
Yeah, money is easy. I said that in one of my, money is easy to get, but hard to keep. You know, that's why you gotta do things with your money. You know, that's what I learned. I don't care how much money you make. Eventually, if you're not doing something with it, you're gonna spend it. You're gonna spend it unless you're gonna just live a boring ass life and just sit in the house. Some people can do that, but not me. But you gonna spend the money. That's why every chunk of money I get, I try to do things with it, you know. I'm buying land. I got 3 tax offices, man. If I get a chunk, I'm trying to invest it in something that I know can win.
Wait, you have 3 tax offices?
Yeah.
So basically, what, like H&R Block, where people can go and get their taxes done?
Yeah, you get my New America tax office. That's my tax office. I got 3 in Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah, tax office. You know, it's crazy money. You know, and the kids love Boosie, so we get all the kids. You know. So that's, you know, you gotta have other revenue coming in besides music. That's what people don't understand. You're not gonna rap till you're 50. So, you know.
I don't know though. These days, I mean, because JayZ pushing 50.
Yeah, but everybody not JayZ. I only know one person that ain't there right now. See, so everybody ain't got that whole flow and that whole hustle to do that. Yeah. All the money to do that, to start on the break. JayZ came in the game paid, man. You know, so all he did is keep on doing this. He's a genius. He's a fucking genius. He know how to think, and he know how to make big power moves. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people not from the area where where you have the opportunity to do that. Down here in this South, you know, like they're not gonna let you get in that door. It's people blocking you from getting in that door. You know, JayZ on a whole nother level. Like, everybody can't do that. It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so what about Boosie? Do you think Boosie gonna be rapping when he's 50?
No, I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit, but I just can't right now, bro. You know, I just turned 34, man. Like, I dropped my first, I was on my first CD when I was 15, 14 years old. So, man, I'm like 19 years in the game, bro. So I missed 5 years, so I gotta do 5. I told my mama, I missed 5 years. I'm coming to do 5 years, and I ain't gonna miss not one weekend off getting money. And
Okay, but I mean, but why do you want to stop? So let's take a look at
because
someone like
because I want to stop because I want to be a daddy more, man. You know, like, you know, I want to be a daddy more. You know, sometimes when I miss things out of my kid's life, I come back and shower them with gifts of guilt. But, you know, I just want to be a daddy more. That's why I'm focusing on my artists. You know, I won't lay back like Bird, man, and just walk on the stage and just throw my hood up and make 40 million a year, you know. with three paid artists, you know, who doing millions. That's what I want to do and watch them shine. Cause basically, man, like, man, I come from nothing. I ain't too much else I can really do. You know, like, I'm happy. Like I done seen a lot, bro. I'm straight, man. Like I done had a good life, bro. As for, I done had a struggling life too, but the way I've been blessed, man, and the things I saw, the places I done been, and the things I got, like, I'm at a place where I don't need to just like show off and do things, like, but that's just in me. I'm just I'm cocky, bro. Like, I'm cocky from my upbringing because everybody who I looked up to in my hood with money was cocky. They wasn't dudes who hid their money and you didn't know they had money. And I think that rubbed off on me, and it rubbed off when I was young in my teenage years and I ain't have nothing. Everybody was getting money and shitting on me. All that stuck with me as a kid, like, boy, when I get some damn money, boy. So that's why I'm kind of flossy, man. I like to put in people's faces, but at the same time, it's not more of, before I went to jail, it was more of just shitting on people, just putting in people's faces. Now it's more of, I'm just trying to motivate. I'm just trying to motivate these young rappers. I'm just trying to motivate these young boosies to, be like, man, Boosie made it, I could make it, So right now, it ain't just for the shit on people, because I know a lot of niggas can't fuck with me, no way. It ain't for that. It's for to motivate people to be rappers and get out. I would rather the whole world be rappers than drug dealers any day, because, rapping is legal drugs. It's legal. We can sell this, it's legal. Drugs, you're going to prison. I don't care who you is. I don't care how big you is, you're going to jail. You're going to get convicted. They're going to lie on you. He sold me this. He sold me 100 keys. You never seen them before. You're going to prison. And so I'm trying to motivate dudes to be rappers instead of drug dealers, but I do understand the drug game too. I do understand those who got to get it out the mud too. But I advise them when they do get their money, turn it into something positive.
Right, but just to take a step back, because LeBron James had this, I think, Instagram post recently where it said the world doesn't need any more LeBrons. It needs more doctors, it needs more lawyers, it needs more scientists, it needs more policemen, he even said. So, like, when you look at your kids, like, the chances of someone making it in a rap
felt
game,
what LeBron was saying about the doctors and things like that. But shit, education, some of these, we got poor education now, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the right, you gotta know people, you gotta be in the right schools. You talking about being a doctor, this ain't no damn walk in the park, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just interviewed this dude named Shaka Senghor. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he was also on Oprah and stuff like that. And he went to jail for murder when he was 19, got out 19 years later. He was in solitary for 4.5 years. And he just started writing out his stories in solitary, right there in the cell. And when he got out, he put it out and it became a nationwide bestseller. Oprah had him and everything else like that. He learned how to read. I mean, he knew how to read already. He had like a GED, but he really learned how to read in prison by reading other people like Alex Haley and Donald Goines and stuff like that. And, education don't necessarily have to come from the school system. You can educate yourself.
Right. You can educate yourself.
Yeah, and especially these days with online classes and, all these resources on the internet, I think a lot of people sort of just downplay their own intelligence and their own capacity for learning. You see what I'm saying? Like, some of my best friends didn't go to college. They didn't get master's degrees and so forth, but they're some of the smartest people I knew because they've educated themselves.
Right.
I just don't want kids to think that rapping is going to be their way out of their situation, because the chances of being a successful rapper is about the, you have more chance of winning the lottery than being a successful rapper. You see what I'm saying? Like,
not really. It's a better chance than winning the lottery because
maybe that. Well, maybe that.
I would say back then. I would say back then in the game,
yeah,
it was like the lottery because you had to have skills. Right now, in this day and age, you can say anything and make a hit.
Okay, so let's talk about that because you said that rap isn't about lyrics anymore.
Nah, hell no. It's not about lyrics. It's not about reality. It's basically about the beat. It's basically about the beat that have everybody bumping their head. It's basically about an image. You know, certain people, you know, it's not about the music. You can have an image that everybody pertains to. And everybody would just start to love you because of your image. It's not about your music. You know, you have people who don't even know what they're saying on the beat, but they like this in the car. They don't know one word of the song. They don't know not one word he's saying on the song, but they love it. You know, it's the beat. Music has changed. And it's just up to people to change with it, you know what I'm saying? But me, I'm happy with the change because it gets me in to stay in my own lane. Like I have an own lane of the music I make, and that's what keeps me relevant. Because when people tired of listening to that, they still gotta go to that real music and say, man, I gotta listen to this, man. I've been going through it today. Let me put this on. And
right, because I've always considered you a lyricist.
Right.
I have never considered Boosie a mumble rapper.
Right. Me neither.
Like you could tell, like I don't know your process because we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like you just go in there and just wing it and go on to the next
Nah,
song.
most times I write it. You know, especially if it's a real song. Now I can go in there on the club song and just go in there and just say anything and go crazy, because that's what they do in the club. But most of my music, I gotta write it because I gotta reminisce. You know, when I'm making my music, I gotta reminisce. That's why I'm naming, my next album, bro. This is gonna be my biggest album to date. My next album, I'm naming it BooPoc, man.
BooPoc.
Yeah.
Like Tupac.
BooPoc.
People gonna get on you for this.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a big old thing, but it's in my heart, and that's what I want to do. I'm naming it BooPoc. It's a double disc, 26 songs. Because I'm my generation Tupac. Like a lot of people didn't grow up on Tupac. A lot of people didn't grow up on Biggie. Those who love that kind of music grew up on me. That's one reason. Another reason is like the Pac music, is forgot about now. That real music that touch you, that feel like he was brought into your household with you, like he was your cousin. That music is forgot about right now. When you buy that motherfucker, you listen to it, you're gonna be like, shit, this motherfucker touched me just like Tupac touched me, so I called Atlantic the other day. I told them we changing the album name. They like, what? What's the album name? BooPoc. BooPoc. Are you sure? BooPoc. And my music gonna back it up. They need that real music. I got that music that I'm gonna describe it as that music that make you feel like you know somebody. I have fans like artists don't have fans like me that come up to me crying every concert, like you changed my life. You got me through this. You got me through this. And that's what Tupac did to me. Tupac motivated me to want rap. Like, I can tell my story. I used to listen to Tupac and be like, was this nigga in my bedroom? Like, was this nigga in the back seat with me? Was he in my family? And that's what I do to people. I touch people like that. And I'm just, everybody, you getting this. This is an exclusive for you, this BooPoc. So Vlad, you got this exclusive. I know everybody gonna come at me about it, but time will tell. If you respect it or not. the older fans, the Tupac fans, they gon' yeah. But all I tell them is, you know, just give me a chance and listen to it. And you be the judge, you know, just give me a chance and listen to it.
Yeah, man. Now, I mean, when you talk about writing, it seems like most of the new artists that I interview, almost all of them don't write.
Yeah, everybody I recorded with, I never seen them write.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody, I'm talking about everybody I've recorded with. Only person I saw write was OT Genesis.
Okay.
I saw OT Genesis right. Oh, I saw Gotti right.
Okay.
Other than that, I ain't seen nobody right.
Listen, I'm not a rapper, but as a hip hop fan and as someone that produces art in my own way, I feel that you kind of, you're not going to really get to your full potential if you just freestyle and everything. If you don't really take the time in your craft to do certain things, you're not going to accomplish the same type of thing. Like, you know, Tupac, you know, we just talked about Tupac. He used to write like crazy.
Yeah, man, that's you got it. Hey, bro, it's just like when you hear a beat that's touching your soul, bro. How can you get up on there and just get the fans and just say anything? A beat that deep, how you gonna do that to the fans, man? You know, like that's what differs me from everybody. You know, you got plenty of rappers out there. You don't know about their childhood. You don't know their mama name. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know if they have a kid. You know, because you know they don't go that deep. You know, all they basically talk about is, you know, jewelry, cars, and bitches. But that's just a difference. You know, I gotta write it. I gotta feel it. You know, I gotta. That's what I do. I reminisce about what I've been through. I reminisce about what I've been through in life. I reminisce about what I've seen, and I just put it on paper, and it come out perfect, bro. It come out perfect. Like, you know, if you just getting up on there every time you get in the studio, you just get up on there. Half of that shit you lying about. I hope everybody who don't write don't get mad at me, but I'm just speaking real.
I think
but you
what
know, at the
happened
same
was,
time, I don't give a fuck if you do get mad.
Here's what I think happened. I think at one point when the internet came in and when albums started to change, it became a game of quantity over quality. The artists that seemed to who really started winning were the ones who were coming out with song after song after song.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And even though I'm not going to name any artists, but
let me tell you what I think happened. You know, I'm gonna speak my mind.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it was just a lot of dick riding. Me, you know what I'm saying? I think the big dogs, you know, JayZ, Wayne, them got to say, and I don't write. Now everybody don't write. You know, it was a trend. You know, especially when Wayne said it. Wayne was on top. Wayne was on top of the game, you know, and everybody just dick rolled. Everybody just fought. Oh, I don't write neither. Oh, I don't write neither. Oh, I don't write neither. So it was just like a trend. It was just like a nice car. It was just like a Bentley truck that everybody wanted. You know, everybody wanted that to go up there and say they didn't write. And I think it was just a lot of dick riding Wayne them, you know. That's what I think it was.
Yeah, but here's sort of the difference. Like, you know, because I've interviewed some of JayZ's producers, and they all tell me the same thing, and that is JayZ don't just go in there and freestyle. He actually works out the song in his head ahead of time. He just has a photographic memory. So by the time he goes into the booth, the whole song is already worked out. He's not freestyling. He's not punching in and punching out every verse and just trying to think
but
of
he
something.
Was saying, you know, in interview, he doesn't write.
He doesn't write.
You know,
exactly.
JayZ is a motherfucking king. What are the little princes gonna want to do? Not write. You know, if JayZ would explain to everybody, oh, I got it in my head, woo de woo de woo. But all I was hearing, I don't write it. Wayne come after that. I don't write it. Not everybody don't write music. It was just like a domino effect.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a domino dick riding effect.
I feel you. So you consider yourself, you know, in terms of the streets, you consider yourself the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I would, because, you know, only person I feel like I ain't accomplished being better than right now is Pop. Because I just always been in my mind since I was 19 years old, there's nobody better than Pop. So it's hard for me to just come say, I'm better than Pop. Nah, you know, I'm not finna just go say I'm better than Tupac. I'm the best living at making this music that I make. You know, Tupac gone now, so, you know, it's me who make that kind of music. That kind of music, I'm the greatest of doing that kind of music that touch people, you know. That's my lane right now, you know. You know, don't nobody make that kind of music like Boosie. Anybody would tell you that. Other rappers would tell you that, you know, like, I just got my own wave of music, and it's just that music that you gotta understand. You know, it's not made for one person. You know, it's not made for one type of people, you know. It's made for the whole world, because everybody going through it. Shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you talk about Tupac, if you say that you're better than Tupac, all the person got to say is, have you done a Dear Mama?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I
you gotta have a song.
I done 4 Mama songs, and if you listen to them, they just didn't have the exposure. But if you listen to my Mama songs, you probably will cry, man. Real shit. Like, if you listen to my Mama songs, you probably will cry, man.
Well, I remember that one song, was it I'm Sorry?
Yeah. I got Sorry, I got I'm Sorry, I got Through the Hurricane and the Storm, the video that Motion Family shot about my mama that I shot in prison. You know, it's not based on just one song with me. Like, I got a catalog of records, man. I got a catalog of records that you gotta feel, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm dropping a double disc, to bag this shit up, you know? I'm not finna drop a BooPoc with 11 songs. So I'm dropping 25, 26 songs, and you ain't gotta fast forward not one of them. You know, and that's greatness. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't know one person album in the country. I don't know one person album in the country you ain't gotta fast forward a song on. And you know, my album gonna prove that you ain't gotta fast forward none of my music. You know, you gonna feel it. And you know, that's why I'm putting so many records on there. A lot of it's heartfelt music, bro. It's just real music. It's just solid, man. It's just solid. It's BooPoc.
Support for the Vlad Couch comes from the Dollar Shave Club. It's time you learn the Dollar Shave Club is the smarter choice for shaving. Dollar Shave Club is the perfect life hack and no-brainer choice for people on the go. No more inconvenient trips to the store because you forgot to buy one of those cheap disposable razors. And no more overspending on razors with a gimmick that you didn't need. When you use the Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor with their Dr. Carver's shave butter, the blade gently slides with such a smooth shave. The shave butter is transparent for a more precise shave and helps prevent ingrown hairs and fights razor bumps. You can make the smarter choice by joining Dollar Shave Club today. And for a limited time, new members get their first month of the Executive Razor with a tube of their Dr. Shave Butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. In your first month box, you get an awesome weighty handle, a full cassette of 4 cartridges, and a tube of their shave butter. After that first month, replacement cartridges ship automatically at their regular price. There are no hidden fees and commitments. Cancel anytime you like. So get this exclusive offer at dollarshaveclub.com/Vlad. That's dollarshaveclub.com/VLAD. One of the things you touched about, which I think is kind of important, is you said everybody promotes rap beef until somebody ends up dead.
Right.
The same people who
Of
get
course.
overexcited about the rap beef is the same motherfuckers that go and say that's fucked up when that happened to them.
Right.
Why did this happen to him?
And I posted that. I got over 3,000 comments about that backlash. But once again, I speak my mind. I will post it again. Stop playing because everybody not playing. And the fans was like, you should tell the rappers that. I was like, you know, I'm telling them that by posting this. And I'm also telling you, if all the world, when people did rap beef, if all the world said, man, that's fake. That's bullshit. You talking about somebody, that's pussy. If people start saying that, you know how much rap beef you will see? Because most of them doing it for attention. If it was a moniker to be bad rap, if you talking about somebody, if it was a moniker to be bad rap, people wouldn't do it. People wouldn't take that chance in their career. Because they not going trying to kill them, no way. You know, most people doing it for attention. And when you do it for attention, you know, and it's crazy, bro, because when one of them died, bro, you know what everybody gonna say? You wrong. You pussy. You shouldn't have did that. But this man just talked about you and stopped your career. You know, you was a street dude. He just stopped your career. He stopped you from doing shows. He stopped you from making money. He stopped all this from words. He stopped all this from going at you. And you don't feel you're supposed to do him something and he just ruined your damn life? You know, it's how you want to look at it, you know. I'm not rapping about nobody, bro, because that's not right, rapping about somebody's family who they love, bro. Rapping about somebody, you know, like, you know, you don't do that, bro. Like, I was telling people, people getting mad at me in my DMs, like, they say, that's how you do it, woo-de-woo-de-woo. That's how, well, I didn't come up in New York City. You know, we didn't rap against each other on the subways, battle rap. We didn't do that. If we came in the hood and rapped, we rapped about what was going on in the hood. If you said something about somebody's mama or how they look in the hood, you gonna punch in your shit while you rapping. You know, so I didn't come up on the subways rapping against everybody, woo-de-woo. The beefs in Louisiana, people got killed about it. The rap beefs in Louisiana, people died. You know, we didn't come up on the subways rapping, you got a blue hat on, your shoes, no. We came up rapping what we were seeing. If you rapped about somebody face to face, it was a fight. It was beef. You know, and that's what I don't understand that, bro. People promote that kind of stuff, and then when something happen, they switch and they turn on you. You know, they gonna switch and they turn on you, but you know, I don't promote rap beef. Anybody got rap beef, I suggest they just kill it, man. Just get money, man. You'll make way more money being together, bro. That's what people don't understand. Us rappers make way more money joining together, man. Getting on each other's songs, doing music with each other, just being in each other's presence, hanging around each other. We'll get more money like that, man. You know, like.
I mean, this is true, but when you talk about most things, especially when you talk about something that involves a lot of money, there's a competitive nature to it. You know what I'm saying? You're calling yourself BooPoc in your new album. Right. If Tupac was still alive, he would probably diss you on record.
Probably would.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
It just is what it is. Like, you know, I mean, he was dissing Biggie because he felt Biggie took his style. You know what I mean? Is it true? Is it not true? Who cares? The fact is that there's a competitive nature in my world, in the media world. I'm trying to do better than all the other websites and all the other media outlets. So you can't prevent that type of competitiveness, especially when people are popping. Like look at the whole situation. You know, you actually talked about it, about the whole Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj rap.
Right. It's just people are fake, bro. You gotta understand this is a fake world. That's what we gotta understand, Vlad. Everything we saying gonna amount to a fake world. It's not real, man. It's a fake world, man. They will love you one minute and hate you the next, man. I just told you they will love you while you beefing, but if somebody die, they hate you. Yeah. They love the shit out Nicki. They make one song and they hate her. It's a fake ass world, man. People, it's just a fake world, man. It's just a fake world, man. Like everything we talk about gonna amount to people not being real. That's not real. To turn on somebody because somebody make a song about it. It's not real, man. These the same bitches was on the phone with me. Nicki harder than all these nigga rappers. Nicki, you know, going to her concerts with their hair dyed. You know, going to her concerts with their hair dyed, but she make a song, you know, she's nothing to you anymore. You shit on her. You shit on her, you know. And I have something to say about it, and I said it, and I'll say it again, you know, like, damn, that's just how it is. It's just a fake world.
Yeah, and I remember people got on Nicki because she talked about Remy Ma's son in her verse. He said, you know, it was a line about, you know, how you leave your only son over a stack, or how you shoot your best friend over a rack. And we was like, oh, she went too far. But there isn't really a line when it comes to this type of thing. You try and tear the person's head off if that's what you're doing.
Right. I'm just not with that, bro. Like, I'm not with all that, bro. Like, I'm not with that.
So you've never dissed another rapper on record?
Nah. Never.
But rappers have come at you on records.
Yeah. I've never dissed another rapper on record, you know. That's just not what I do, you know. People diss me, but, you know, I don't diss back.
I think that's mature, man, because a lot of people talk shit about me on the, you know, in songs,
eventually,
on social media.
If you don't say nothing back, eventually it'll fade away, man.
Right.
You know, that's what they want, a response. You know, they want fame. So I've never been the type to rap back when dudes diss me, you know, because that's a waste of time, bro. You know, like, I'm not with that, bro. Like, I ain't with it, Vlad.
Here's what I suggest to everyone around. This is what I do. It's not like you can't just turn off your emotions. When you see something, someone coming at you, you're going to feel some type of way. Talk to the people around you. Talk to your woman. Talk to your friend. Talk to your partner. Talk to your employee. Have a conversation with that person about how you feel. And afterwards, I guarantee you're not going to feel the same type of way.
Right.
Don't go to social media to express how you feel.
That's what I don't understand with these guys, bro. Like, this is an industry, bro. This is an industry. And this is how the industry is. I know this from being in the industry. In less than 30 minutes, you can contact any rapper in the country, man. I don't give a damn through promoters, through Live Nation, through anybody. You can contact any rapper in the country in less than 40 minutes. And you can talk to him, man. You can talk to him, man to man, man. But for you to go on Breakfast Club, what they be doing, for you to go and talk about all this stuff and all, that ain't no real shit to Boosie bad ass, dog. All you gotta do is call that man. Man, what's up, man? I don't like what you did, woo-da-woo-da-woo-da-woo. I don't like that, bro. You know, like, this shit could be a man talk. This shit ain't gotta go to no internet. That's how everything gets stirred up, and that's how the hatred come involved. Man, you got this man number, man. You can call him. Y'all, you got a problem with something he did, something he said, you can call him, man. You ain't gotta go on there. You ain't gotta go on no internet. You can call him, man. This shit can get settled out way before that, bro. Like, that's what I don't be understanding, bro. Like, why you couldn't call him, bro? That's my question for everybody who go on the internet and tap that shit up, bro. Like, why you couldn't call him, man?
Well, I'll tell you this. Damn near every Chicago rapper that I've interviewed have all said the same thing, and that is social media has gotten more people killed than anything else. Right.
Is it a subway rap battle in Chicago, or are they dying behind it?
They're dying behind it.
Okay, we still won't promote all this rap beef. Go to Chicago and pull up all them damn rappers got killed. Over what? Rap beef. But everybody love it. So, what I told you, so what? Fake world.
You said something interesting in one of your interviews. You said that you never let your kids play with toy guns because you scared they might go outside and a cop might mistake that for a real gun.
Well, let me clear that up. I just started thinking like that. At first, you know, they can get whatever they want from Walmart, but right now, bro, like, my kids ain't going out really outside with no water guns and things like that, because I saw all these police shooting these black kids like that for, you know, and that disturbed me, man. That disturbed me, you know, when I have a fear for my kids. Because, you know, all my kids don't live with me. They live with me in the summers and the holidays. And, you know, I tell them, man, I don't have my kids out there with no damn water guns and shit like that. Because, you know, they got Baton Rouge police hate me. You know, they know them my sons when they look at them. they might, anything, you know, anything might happen. So it's a crazy world out here, you know, like if you flash a gun, bro, then these guns look so real now, man. They got, man, bro, I was in the hood a couple months back, and man, I swear to God, a little kid had a BB gun, man. That gun looked so real, man. Like, you know, if you pull that out by police, they gonna shoot you, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think that's sad, man. To the point where you can't shop for your kids in the toy section like everyone else does, because there might be serious consequences to that toy.
Right, exactly.
You know, I mean, you've also said that you don't think there'll ever be peace with the cops.
Hell no, it's not gonna be peace with cops because it's too far gone now, bro. It probably would have been peace before they had the cell phones out with all the cameras. But now, you know, they've been busted. They've been busted clearly killing people on camera. You can't lie anymore. It's not my word. It's camera they're being busted on. So those people who didn't watch that then developed a deeper hate. You know, the community always was, the black community, even the Mexican community, always was different, always was distant from the police. But these last 5 years has put a hole in it to where it'll never be peace. It's too many dead, man. It's too many people dead, and it's too many officers who didn't walk. It's not that they killing them, they're getting away with it. So this'll never heal. You know, it'll never heal with what we got going on with the police. I don't give a damn what they say, it will never heal. You know, it will never heal. They got you know, got a lot of people got payback in their mind for police, you know. They got a lot of people, you know, and they gonna stop them from solving crimes, you know, but the shit they did is really gonna stop them from solving crime. Because people ain't talking to you. People don't want to talk to y'all, you know. How you gonna talk to somebody that killed your nephew? And when I'm saying like that, killed your nephew, how we look at it is if one cop do it, we take it on all the cops. And that's not how it's supposed to be, because they got some good cops. But I'm telling you how we look at it in the community. If one cop did it, when he passed down, the next one passed down the street, we look at him as he worse than him. You know, it's just, they ain't because they got some good cops, but that's how it is. That's how people think, you know. It's all a game, you know, like it's all a game. That's how cops is. You know, cops, even if they know they did wrong, if a cop with his best friend and he kills somebody, a cop is gonna take that cop side. Even if he killed him wrong, he's gonna take that cop side. That's his brother, man. That's his brother. That's just like my brother. I'm taking my brother's side.
Right. If one of your kids, male or female, told you that they want to be a cop, what would you tell them?
I ain't even ready for that question. Man, my son told me, hey, it's not, know why I know it would happen? Because all my sons hate the police.
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Why do your sons all hate the police?
They witnessed secondhand what the police have done to me. They done been in cars with me getting pulled over, harassed. I lean them that way also. I'm gonna keep it real. I lean them that way also. You know, you don't talk to police. They ask you your name, you don't know. You know, that's how my dad raised me. My dad raised me to hate a cop. You know, my dad, you know, I saw my dad go to jail twice. You know, I saw him beat my dad for pissing on side of damn washer mat and took him to jail in front of me. You know, my dad always trained me to hate the cops. You know, I've been dealing with cops since I was 9 years old. You know, a cop harassed me. I used to get money off a cop till I was 18 years old. A cop harassed me, said I bust his window out when I was 9 years old. He came, jumped out the car, gave me a wedgie. I went to the hospital. I used to get money till I was 18 off. Like I've been having a hatred for cops. Like, you know, it's like bred in me. And just bred it in my sons too. We don't talk to cops. Like, you know, my son was in Walmart one day. This shit crazy. Man, we was in Walmart. And the cop told my son, what's up, little man? What's your name, man? You got a little swag on you, man. You got your nice little clothes on. He said, I can't tell you my name. I don't talk to police. And walked off, you know. The police was just looking like, is he 6 years old? Shit, like, it's just how it is. Like, you know, like, I don't feel a cop can help me in no way, man.
In no way?
Nah, I feel like cops can't help me. I feel like cops just can't help me. I'm just torn, man. When you torn between something, you know, I done had cops do it all to me, man. One time they pulled me over, took $7,500 out of my pocket and just threw it all over the interstate. Money flew everywhere and told me I can go, you know. Cut my bended back seats up, you know. I've been through it all with cops, you know. Cops been after my family for years, just pinning. Cops done pinned 3, 4, 5 murder charges on me and my cousins. You know, like bogus shit, like, you know, they know we don't like them and they don't like us. And, you know, it's just, you know, and it's not, it's just, I just torn with cops since I was a kid, man. And I'm like that as an adult too, you know. As a teenager, it didn't get no better. As an adult, it got worse, you know.
Well, but here's the difference though, right? You grew up outside the law, right? And you were still hustling. I mean, we talked about this last time. You were hustling up until you got to a certain point in your life where you felt, okay, like this rap money is doing better than this drug money.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and just focus my life completely on this and not do none of that other shit.
Right.
Your kids are growing up in a completely different environment.
Right.
Because their father has money. They don't have to sell drugs.
Right.
They don't have to rob people. They don't have to steal from people. They don't have to do a bunch of shit that's going to put them on a certain side with the law. They're going to be growing up, as long as you keep doing well for yourself and giving them the opportunities, they're going to grow up with a different perspective of the police. Yes, they have their father's perspective and his stories and a couple of things they saw, but as a whole, they're going to be growing up middle class, upper class, however it is that they do it. So they're going to have a different perspective. So they're not necessarily going to feel the same way about police in terms of their own free will outside of what you tell them.
I don't know. Like my sons take what I say to heart, man. My sons feel the ground I walk. I'm a good dad, but my sons feel the ground I walk on at the same time. So, with them, I see what you're saying. Outside of me, they haven't been, but you gotta understand, they done seen me harassed just like I seen my dad harassed when I was a kid. You gotta understand that the stories that, even their moms done told them stories about how the police harassed their mother. My boys' mothers Nita was harassed damn near every day. She was harassed every day. I think it's gonna stick with them, man. I think it's gonna stick with them. I even, by me instilling that in them, I think it's gonna stick with them. And I wanted to stick with them to where they don't talk to police, because they might get themselves in a situation one day. And the only way you don't stick yourself out in a situation if you don't say nothing. I don't want them to think the cops their friends. They can talk to them. Because they talk to you to scrutinize you, and everything you say will be recorded in a court of law. So if my kids have that attitude to say, no, what's your name? Do you want a lawyer? That cuts out the trouble. If you raise your kid to, think a cop cool, he'll tell a cop everything in the world. If he has a relationship, if he thinks a cop is a straight A student, shit, he'll tell him everything. He'll tell him on his own family.
You said in an interview that you're not getting married because you ain't gonna do it right.
Right.
Explain that, because you have how many baby mothers at this point?
6.
6. So you have six women that you have children with. Some of them have multiple children.
Right.
But you
No,
do
one
not
of them
wanna
got
get
multiple children.
One of them got multiple children. Okay. And the other 5 have one child from you.
Yeah.
But none of these women you want to marry, and you're not looking for a new woman to marry either.
Nah, I'm not into marriage thing. I feel like when you bring the paperwork in, that's when everything go wrong. I feel like you can love a woman unconditionally and y'all can be married without no paperwork. When you bring that paperwork in, that's when everything goes wrong. And if you know you're in a type of lifestyle, why play with that woman heart? Why play with that woman and tell her you're gonna marry this woman when you got 67 holly berries at your neck, kissing on your ear every night? And you gonna tell your wife if 70 of them at your thing, you gonna turn down all 70? A couple of them gonna get you. So I feel like if you know in your heart, man, in your heart, bro, it's a chance you ain't gonna do right, man. Let that woman be, man. You can love that woman without that paperwork. You ain't gotta put that paperwork in there. And I don't believe in that split shit, And I'm the breadwinner, because she wasn't getting shot with me on the corner. She didn't teach me how to cook cocaine. She wasn't with me in that studio rapping all them times. She wasn't with me when everything was, I don't believe in that split shit. So I'm not finna marry a woman and I cheat on her and I gotta split millions of dollars with her. Hell no. I just don't believe in that. I just feel like you can love a woman and be with a woman unconditionally. Y'all can be so happy without marriage, man.
You could sign a prenup that will essentially give the woman nothing.
Oh yeah, like my boy Deion Sanders. Shout out to Deion.
Deion Sanders, right. When you come in at a financially different level than this woman, you could sign a form, a prenup, that basically says once we get divorced, you don't get nothing or you get a certain amount of money. Like I think Amber Rose, the story I'd always heard was that her prenup gave her $1 million when her and Wiz Khalifa got divorced. Now, $1 million may seem a lot to most people, but to Wiz Khalifa, $1 million ain't shit.
Right, right.
This man was making like $50 million a year doing stadiums and festivals and so forth. So $1 million to Wiz was easy. Now, child support doesn't get included in that, but child support isn't part of marriage anyways. You're going to pay child support whether you're married or not.
Right.
So number one, you could do a prenup.
Yeah, you can do a prenup, but why you got to go all through that when you can just be happy and living together? You ain't have you skipping. Why does it have to be marriage? Is it a traditional thing that everybody has to abide by? I don't understand it. And
okay.
The marriage divorce rate? But
you could, okay, well, but so here's the second part. I'm going to address everything that you talked about.
All right.
Here's the second part. We're going to have a third part as well. But the second part is you talking about why do I need paperwork? Why do I need to do this? The reality, when you look at older couples, people that have been together for a long time,
right,
they'll all tell you that a marriage is a business. And that person's wife and that person's husband is their partner. And I don't care how close your friends are, your business partners or whatever, no one's going to be by your side and is going to be a true partner and tell you the truth like your husband or your wife.
So you saying nobody not going to tell you none of keep it all the way 100 until you married?
I think the level of commitment you have with someone who has that you've built your whole life with is not going to be the same as your homeboy that you could fire or you could just stop talking to one day.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
they're always going to be
I see
scared.
what you're saying. I'm just against it, bro. I'm just like.
And I'll bring up one more thing, that when you look at the most successful people on this planet, I'm not talking about rappers, I'm not talking about producers, I'm not talking about anyone that you and I personally know very well. The most successful billionaires, there is one thing in common with them, and they're almost all married.
You're right about that, but it depends on the person who's getting married. You know, I'm not trying to sleep with one woman the rest of my life.
Okay, and that's the last point I'm gonna.
What, you gonna be a swinger? What the fuck we gonna swing? What, like I'm not trying to be
Nope.
sleep with no damn woman until I'm 65. Then once I sleep with another woman, all my money gets split. I'm not with that. I'm not dapping that deal down. Shit no.
Okay, what I'm gonna tell you is that when you have a woman who really understands you at a deep level, who really is down for you as a person, they're going to understand the type of person you are. They're going to understand the type of man that you are, and they're going to accept the fact that you
right.
Fuck other
I
women.
feel you on that. I feel you on that, Vlad. That's why when you find a woman like that, you cannot lie to her. You got to keep it real with her. You got to keep it real with her. You can't tell her, that's how they get caught cheating. That's how they get, because they find some woman and they know that's that good woman. But they steady gonna lie to her. They gotta keep it real with her, man. They gotta keep it real, like, and you keep it real. You can't keep it real because it's over.
A real woman who really down for you understand that a man is a man and they're gonna have other women, and it ain't about the sex. It's about the partnership, and it's about the long-term
So you
relationship.
saying, so this what you saying, Vlad? You saying if a woman it's about the partnership, woo to woo. And she understand you, if you fuck somebody else, she ain't gonna divorce you.
Correct.
Shit, I ain't been seeing them.
100%.
They divorcing their
100%.
You get caught cheating, they been divorcing their ass. Now I do be respecting the women who go back to their man. Now I like that. See the girl who went back to their man, Waka Flocka old lady. See, I respect that. All these people leave him doing all this, and she go back to her man. Cause she know it's bigger than that, man. It's a home, it's a family. It's bigger than that, man. I respect women who take their men back after they cheat. That's who I respect. I like them women.
You mean to tell me that if Bill Gates cheats on his wife, she gonna leave him?
Oh, I don't think so. Hell no. I don't think so.
You think that if Warren Buffett's wife found out that he had some pussy on one of his flights, that she gonna leave him?
It ain't too many Warren Buffetts and it ain't too many Bill Gates. It's a lot of the others. It's not a lot of Bill Gates and it's not a lot of, and they will divorce you. You see what Michael Jordan's wife did?
Let's talk about Michael Jordan. I bet you Michael Jordan probably fucked 1,000 women by the time his wife divorced him.
I don't know. I just know he got divorced. Who would want, like you said, who would want to leave Mike? Who would want to split? Who would want to, you'll take that forever with Michael Jordan.
All I'm saying is that when it really comes to these real power couples, it ain't about the sex. It's about the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley's wife stayed with him the whole time. Bob Marley was still married when he died. And how many kids did he have outside that relationship? But, she saw the bigger picture about what was happening.
You know the percentage of people seeing the bigger picture? Bob Marley wife is a soldier. You know how many people not seeing that bigger picture, man? After they divorce, all they do is try to upgrade. It's an upgrade.
Well, right. And that's why marriage is so important, and picking that right person is going to be the most important decision you ever make in your life. This is why you're not just going,
you're right about that.
This ain't someone, you don't want to marry someone who got a fat ass and give good head. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that.
Yeah.
It's about, and I can guarantee you, Boosie, I can guarantee you this. We could go back to this conversation 20 years from now, if it ever happens. And if you ever do get married, I could guarantee you're going to make way more money than you're making right now. Guarantee it. And time will only tell if I'm right or not. But I can guarantee that you and that right person, man, you're going to make 10 times what you're making right now.
She must going to be rich too, right? So do I have to look for a rich woman? That's what you're saying? If you was me, would I look for a rich woman? Or, because that's never been my stilo. I've never been the type that date famous women, to get notarized. I never been the type that date famous women. You know, my women, I just like a, you know, I don't like the bitch with the big name, bro. You know, I don't like the ride that everybody done rolled on.
Right. I mean, but you talk about celebrities. I'm not talking about celebrities. There's women CEOs. There's women business owners.
Right. But I'm saying, does she has to be successful for me to make more money?
Yeah, she does.
So I have to pick a certain type of wife. I'm good too now, Vlad. I can interview you too.
Yeah, man. Of course.
But I'm just saying, do I have to pick a certain type of woman by, why I can't pick the lady who just got out of college, you know, with nothing but a dream and a good heart, who love my kids? You know, why does she has to be successful? That's what even my boys done told me, I done had my homies tell me, man, why you don't mess with the famous girls, woo and all that? You know, it's like, you know, I'm not going after just famous girl. Like, you want me to be a famous girl groupie? You know? Nah, you know, I'll knock your ass off if you swing my way, but, you know, I'm not the type to just go after girls with money and things like that. That's just never been my stilo. I don't even expose the girls I don't even expose the girls who I done fuck who got names.
All right, well, let me tell you something. Me and Swizz Beatz have been cool for a long time. I knew Swizz before he got with Alicia, right?
Right.
I can tell you that Swizz is so much more successful now after he got with Alicia.
Who he got?
It's not even.
Who he got?
Swizz Beatz got married to Alicia Keys.
I know. Say it again.
Right.
Who he got?
Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Alicia Keys.
What is she? She's a millionaire without him. We're talking about somebody who is without Swizz Beatz.
Yeah.
If she leave him today, she's still a millionaire. She's a millionaire regardless. So
right.
Keep on going.
I can tell you that the way people looked at JayZ before he got with Beyonce is a whole lot different than people look at JayZ now. Once he got with Beyonce, they became that power couple, and now that power family. Business people started looking at Jay differently. You know, there's a reason why the NBA and the NFL push their players to marry so hard. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's a positive look. It's a positive look. I see what you're saying on that. It's a positive look, and it can open other doors.
Correct.
If you get a motherfucker like that with that kind of money, you got to get somebody I just don't feel like I'll be that much richer if I marry somebody with a no name. She's not all that beautiful. She's a regular. I don't feel like that will make me just blow. Now I feel like if I married let me see who's hot. If I married a Riri, oh, I'm rich as shit. I married Rihanna right now. I'm rich as shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you got another power couple. Now I can get in places that JayZ can get in and shit like that. You know?
Okay.
But if I marry a regular face, no ass, regular heels, show her toes, I just don't see how that would shoot me to the top.
Okay. I'm going to give you one last example, and you're not going to be able to deny this.
All right, come with it.
Ready for this?
Come with it.
Gucci and Keisha.
Right.
They're not married, but they're engaged.
Right.
I could guarantee you Gucci would not be where he is right now if it wasn't for Keisha K.
You know why? Because Keisha a gangster. She's a soldier. She stood by him. That's why.
Right.
You know, she is a breadwinner. He left her a bag, she tripled the bag. She is a breadwinner. Keisha by herself, I will say this again, just like I said about Alicia, Keisha by herself will be a millionaire. She is a hustler.
Right.
So you can come, anyone, send somebody else.
Well, but this is what I'm talking about. Now, Keisha was not the world's most famous model. She was not the top IG model. She was not the top celebrity. She was just a girl who had a good head on her shoulders. She was loyal. She was smart. She saw the big picture with Gucci when everyone else turned their back on Gucci. And everyone else was getting them to do more drugs and drink and everything else like that. She came in and she said, between the two of us, we're going to do better than you by yourself. And look, Gucci
I agree with you on that. I feel like they way more stronger together. I do.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't lying. Like, you got me with that. I ain't lying. They is way more. I think Gucci is way more stronger with her. Like,
yep.
You know, then they both on their grind. They business minded, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a regular woman who likes to stay at home and be a mother.
Is a man,
and she doesn't, you know, like we're not talking. I'm talking about somebody who isn't in the spotlight, who doesn't have an Instagram page.
Right, but what I'm saying is a great man like you needs a great woman. It doesn't have to be a famous woman. It just has to be a great woman. When you meet that right woman, just like how Gucci, when he met Keisha.
That's what I'm understanding. That's what I was asking you. I'm asking you, do I have to get a famous woman to do this? Or, you know, can I just get getting a regular woman, would that shoot me all the way to, you know, that's what I'm asking you, Vlad.
Man, listen. What I can tell you from my personal experience, when you look at VladTV, most of the senior positions in my company are held by women.
Right.
Not all, but most. Women are the key to my success. I don't know how your team is structured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I deal with you directly, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But in my company, if it was, women are the key to my success.
It's not
women I necessarily sleep with. Women who are in my life and I do business with and I trust. And you know what I'm saying? And
right.
Women have a certain type of mind that men do not have.
Yeah, I understand that. But women never been like that with me. Cause you know, we come up kind of, it's a different thing. It's like me and you, like it's a different. Women never been that soul that I can tell anything to, because I come up in the streets and women are weak when it comes to the streets. You know, a woman gonna break. So I never had that loyalty to a woman to tell her my deepest thoughts, cause a woman will break. Just like my girl snitched on me. You know, a woman will.
Wait, hold on. Your girl snitched on you?
Yeah, she made a statement on me. That's why I took the charge, so she can walk.
So this is your baby mother?
Yeah, who I was with for 12 years.
For 12 years. So can you talk about the situation?
Nah, we were just bringing a lot of drugs into prison and things like that, and they snatched her up on some shit about somebody else said something, and they was trying to get her to turn over on me on all kind of other guns and murder charges and stuff, and they spooked out, threatened to take the kids, woo the woo. She ain't tell them that she was bringing drugs into prison, and she broke. You know, women not built for that. You know, I still got love for, you know, and things like that, but women are not built for that. The lifestyle that I came up in. So, you know, by your closest confidence being a woman, I have to learn that. It's a step I gotta take for that, Vlad. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's just a step I gotta take for that. You know, I was raised not to trust women. You know, for so long. Only woman I trust my mama, man. That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the more successful you become and the richer you become, you doing yourself a disservice by not utilizing all the resources around you. And women are an important resource.
Yeah, they are. I ain't gonna lie, they are. Like, you know, my assistant, a woman.
Yeah, see?
And she one of the best workers I got.
Right, because you know what it is? Men will tend to try to compete with you because they have testosterone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man, yeah, he'll act like he's happy for you and everything else like that, but a man is more likely to try to compete with you and try and backstab you, whereas women are more team players and ultimately are going to try to have you do better because they feel that they'll do better in the process. See what I'm saying?
Right. I see what you're saying.
You said you had seen a Paris Hilton sex tape real late.
Oh, yeah, man. I was watching that shit the other day, man. And I was like, man, let me check this shit out. I had watched Paris Hilton sex tape. Because I always been like a fan of Paris Hilton since I just think she was, I just always thought she was sexy, you know, so it was nice watching her tape. I ain't jack off or nothing, but it was nice watching her tape. I usually jack off when I watch tapes, but I ain't jack off. It just was nice looking at her, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the original sex tape girl right there, if you think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Like, I had never watched her sex tape, like, and I was, what I was doing? I think I was looking at some porn in my phone, and it said sex tape Paris Hilton, and it popped up. I was like, Paris Hilton is some dude named Rick or something. I say, hold on. Beep. I just checked out for a minute, you know.
Yeah, I mean, matter of fact, because she was Kim Kardashian's friend, and that's how Kim kind of got on, and then that led to the Kim Kardashian sex tape. So that whole story kind of goes back to that sex tape.
Yeah. I heard she was, Kim was a hairstylist or something. I don't.
An assistant.
Yeah. So she ain't no assistant now.
Exactly. Now, you talked about how you're not really feeling the New York strip club scene.
Nah, I'm never going to a New York strip club.
Why is that?
It's a titty bar.
Yeah?
Yeah, they don't take off their clothes. Like, I live in Atlanta, baby. I live, you know, like I felt total like I was in the wrong place, like I had to go, you know, not even the nipples showing. Like, you covering your pussy and your nipples, like, nigga, watch this shit on WGN, shit, TBS, cartoons got this shit on, so I was like, you know, if you gonna, like, you know, you want some ones, you know, a nigga throw you a little check, but you want some ones, baby, you gotta get naked, like, you gotta show us what God gave you. That's why you are a dancer. You are exotic. Exotic is not covering your nipples and everything, looking like a damn, you know, with bathing suits on in the club. Nah, we can go to the beach for that. You know, like, like I was asking people, like, cause the girl was like, I was like, you ain't gonna get naked? And she was like, it's against the law. I'm like, against the law? So I went told the bouncer, I'm saying, man, tell him get naked, man. He like, damn, get naked. And I was like, you know, well, it's time for me to go. I'm gonna put these 1,500 ones back in my pocket and take it to 125th and go shop in Harlem. And that's what I went and did.
Okay. I mean, but you're a fan of strip clubs in general.
Yeah, I'm a strip club nigga. Yeah, I fuck with strip club.
How do you feel about when you go into a strip club right now? And, you know, you and I are a little bit older.
Yeah.
You still remember when you go into a strip club and most women are natural. You might see some fake titties here and there, but especially in a black strip club, most women are natural. They're thick, soft asses, anything else like that. You go into any strip club these days, I would say 80% of the women got fake asses. You know, liposuction.
95%.
95%.
Yeah, most of them are fake. Most of them got fake asses. Most of them are fake, you know. But, you know, like with strip clubs, we just really going to have a good time, man. And, you know, niggas just trying to, you know, like, niggas just trying to get off and strippers fucking, you know, like, you know, they go. So, niggas just trying to just really turn up sometimes, but, you know, I fuck with strippers. You know, a lot of strippers ain't hoes. That's what people don't understand. You know, a lot of these strippers doing this for their kids, doing this to go through college. A lot of strippers in college where people don't even understand. Like, all strippers ain't selling pussy at the club, bro. Like, people need to understand that. Like, a lot of strippers get a bad name, but, you know, at the same time, that's the job you chose. So, you know, you can't really complain about what people say to you, but a lot of them misunderstood. A lot of them ain't even fucking them niggas out there. They just getting that money and getting through school, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, when you in that, you get looked at a certain way when you in that lifestyle. But I like going to the strip club, seeing women. You know, I like seeing women take their clothes off.
Have you ever had a relationship with a stripper?
Nah. I wouldn't call it a relationship. You know, I didn't fuck some strippers now. I ain't gonna even sit up here and lie about I ain't been fucking no strippers, man. Look at this nigga looking over here, you know. I done fucked some strippers, I ain't lying, some bad ones too. But yeah, I done had some badass strippers, but you know, I don't never expose them because, you know, I never talk my sex life because, you know, a lot of them be having niggas and all that, and, you know, by me not never exposing none of my women, I always can go back and get some more.
Right. Right. I mean, do you have relationships in general? I mean,
I really just don't talk my relationships. Like, people get so far into it, I really just don't talk my relationship. I might be in a relationship right now, but nobody will never know.
right.
But
That's the best way, man.
that's
That
the
is
best way. So, cause you know, if you get a girl, people gonna go after her. People gonna attack her. You know, when you open that door to dating someone, bro, and you're a famous person, man, you gotta know if you ready for this. Can she handle this? Will this fame mess up this relationship? You know, do you want to see her go through this backlash on this social media? You know, so I just be feeling like it's best to just keep it hush hush, man, because you don't want nobody going after your girl like that, man, and doing stuff like that. You don't want people all in your business who you having sex with. Any woman give me they body, I ain't telling nobody. I might tell my homie, like, you know, I'm smashing, but I'm gonna tell my homie, you know, my man. I might tell my homie, you know, I'm smashing, but I ain't finna tell nobody. I ain't finna let that girl's secret out like that, bro, because, you know, it's a privilege for a woman to give you her body, bro, you know, to have sex with you and, you know, give you head and shit. Shit, so I ain't trying to break up no household and things like that. I ain't trying to get no fame off hitting nobody with no name or no strippers. It's just, you know, I'm just a fun guy.
Recently, Kendrick had that song, Humble. Did you hear it?
Nah, I ain't heard it. I was scrolling down Instagram and I saw everybody posting it, but I never heard the record.
Right. I mean, he had a line in there where he said, "Show me something natural like an ass with some stretch marks."
Right. That's what I like too. I don't like them big old asses and all that. Any girl, I never was in a relationship with a girl like that with all that fake shit. One girl had some fat transfer from her hips to her ass, but I never been in relationships like that with girls with fake ass. Not saying I won't. Not saying some of it don't look good as shit. It's just they getting out of hand with it. These bitches with these toothpick legs, with their ass this big on toothpick legs. I just posted on my Instagram about 2 days ago. It's getting out of hand. Like, you can't expect to be attractive if your legs are this small and your ass is this big. You can't be expected to be attractive if you got big ass titties and they this far spaced out. Like, you know, that's not attractive, but everybody like what they like. Bro, that's why the ones who natural, they standing out right now, man. The ones who ain't got all that work, they standing out right now, bro. Because eventually the work you're gonna have to keep getting done. You know, I be in a strip club, I'm looking at bitches ass cracks doing this, swerving and shit. You know, bitch got a hump where the shot was. You know, people, it's just getting out of hand, man, bro. You know, I like ass too, but I don't just like no big old ass that don't go with the legs and shit. That make me think your ass stink.
Well, you know what's happening now, which I think is the biggest tragedy as a man, is that I know some women who had some badass natural bodies. They're strippers.
And fucked it up,
because they're trying to compete with the girls with the fake asses, they end up getting plastic surgery, even though their natural bodies were bad as shit. I know, I've 2 girls that I know like this.
I know 5. I know 5 who I've had, who I didn't, talk to or whatever, and they had beautiful little titties. I love them little perky, little beautiful titties. They had beautiful titties and they got caught up in the reel, man. I want my breasts done. I just want something put, and you was already bad, It's just women lazy, they just don't want to work for it, Bitch ain't got time to sit in no gym and squat no more, man. They ain't with all that no more. And it's just, I just hate when them little bodies that I was so attractive to turn into the other bodies, you know?
Now, I mean, as someone who calls women bitches and hoes in your lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever felt any sort of backlash from women?
Nah, because I treat a queen like a queen and I treat a hoe like a hoe. It's a different category. It's bitches, it's queens and it's hoes. You know, any woman who a queen, any woman will tell you, I got respect for women to the utmost, man. But if you're a hoe, I'm gonna treat you like a hoe. If you're a queen, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. And that's basically the thing. That's why I would never take that out of my music. Well, stop bitches and hoes. Nah, because it's bitches and it's hoes. A queen is a woman who doesn't go around sleeping from man to man. A queen is a woman who takes care of her home, takes care of her kids, cooks for her man. A queen is a woman who works. If she don't work, she taking care of everything at that damn house. A queen is a woman who just total opposite from the hoes. The hoes is the bitch you trying to fuck up the ladder to get on. That's a hoe. She trying to keep on going up the ladder to get on. A hoe is a bitch who fuck her friend's friend, or fuck her friend boyfriends. These hoes. A hoe is a bitch who steals as soon as she get her eyes on something. She's a thief. She's a hoe. A hoe is a motherfucker who sells her pussy. You know, she sells her pussy. What's happening? What's your name? You know, what you got? You know, a hoe is a motherfucker who ain't just got no respect for herself. You know, like, bitch, if you fuck 3 niggas out the same clique, you a hoe. You ain't got no respect for yourself. I don't give a fuck if you fucked up the ladder or down the ladder. You is a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You is a hoe, bitch. Like, you know, and I don't got no regrets for when I say something. I can say it again and again. A hoe is a hoe. I hope y'all ain't no hoes out here, you know. But if you is, hey, you know if you a hoe.
I mean, do you think that you could turn a hoe into a housewife?
I don't know about that, man. That's a hard question because they got some niggas turn hoes in a housewife. You got enough money. These niggas out here got enough money. These niggas will turn a hoe. That hoe will see all that money. That hoe won't cheat no more. That hoe will be a housewife and that motherfucker cleaning. This nigga got $500 million. You think I'm finna go? They got some hoes you could turn into a housewife. Real shit. You got so much money, that hoe ain't thinking about cheating. That hoe wash his drawers, shave his legs, do everything. She is a housewife now. She don't want to leave the house. This bitch don't want to be at Lennox trying to see when she gonna buy another motherfucking outfit. She straight now. I'm a housewife. I'm finna sit at home, drive these motherfucking foreign cars, be a good bitch. Yes, you can turn a hoe into a housewife if your check big enough.
You would put up an Instagram post last month, and it showed your new mansion.
Badass estates under construction right now, boy. You already know. Got the court done. Court done, nigga. You see it. You see it, nigga. The court done, nigga. You see it. Start digging that pool next week. I had the second biggest pool in Georgia under Rick Ross. My shit down here. Huge ass pool, man. Plus, you see all them trees back there. I got 28 acres behind them trees. It's just 11 acres you see on the grass. I got 28 more acres behind those trees. Putting a cabin back there. Putting it on Garfield Street. We're gonna make the trail back there, like across the track. Fucking with the court though. The court came out nice, man. Yeah, it's not a mansion. It's an estate. I'm in my mansion right now.
Okay, but you moving to your estate.
Yeah, I'm moving to my estate in a couple months.
Okay. How many square feet is your estate? Do you mind telling me?
It's 22,000 square feet.
22,000 square feet.
Yeah, on 40 acres.
On 40 acres.
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
Outskirts of Atlanta, country, like the country, about 45 minutes outside Atlanta.
I mean, what are we talking about here? 10 million, 15 million here? Something like that?
Nah, basically I got a steal on it, man. I got the acres. I caught somebody going through a divorce. Man, and they bought the land for like $1 million. I gave him $250,000 cash. I put like $2.7 million in the building the home on top of it. So I came out with a lick, once it's built, you talking about a $50 million property.
Yeah, for $3 million.
Yeah.
My man. I love it. So, but you shouted out Mexicans.
Yeah, because nobody works like Mexicans, man. It's a fact, man. These Mexicans, they work all night, man. Nobody works like Mexicans, Even white people, black people, nobody works like Mexicans. We won't go to the store. All they want to do is, work, man. They won't work, man. Mexicans, they work, man. I love my Mexicans, man.
I mean, how do you feel about the whole Donald Trump thing and about how his stance against Mexicans and how he tries to paint Mexicans in a negative light?
Well, with the Donald Trump thing, I don't know what he got against Mexicans. I really don't know what he got against Mexicans. Probably if I knew why I don't know. They say I was listening on news one day. He was saying they was bringing the drugs into the country and things like that. Illegal immigrants, they trying to do all this stuff, but whether we like it or not, Mexicans is a part of our culture, man. Mexicans ain't going nowhere. Mexicans are part of our culture. He gonna have to realize that, whatever he do, even when he leave our office, they'll be back. They'll crawl through the dirt. Yeah. They will jump over that wall. I don't know what he got against Mexicans, but I don't got nothing against them. I love my Mexicans.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I love my Mexicans. I go to my California concerts. You'll think Mac 10 on stage. Mexicans, bro, they down for you, man. They got this Mexican in Angola State Penitentiary. It's gangster, Migo. He close with my homeboy that's up there doing 2 life sentences. The Mexicans up there, they be soldiers, bro. If they with you, they with you. If they against you, it's trouble.
Are you allowed to vote based on your
Nah, I'm not allowed to vote.
So the rest of your life?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to vote the rest of my life, but I'm a convicted felon. I can't vote right now. I wouldn't walk down to no thing and vote no damn way. Me. I wouldn't go vote anyway because I'm not a political man. I feel like I don't give a damn what going on in the world. I'm gonna raise my kids. I'm not as political as other people might be. I'm not finna go after because of what Donald Trump doing. Donald Trump don't swing my hair no kind of way.
Okay. Here's the thing. Like for me, I didn't vote either last time, but I understand that I have a platform that affects millions of people.
Right. And I feel like them dudes who was like T.I. was doing it, and T.I. got a big platform behind him, but that was something in his heart. That was something in T.I. heart to, stand up like that. It's not in my heart to stand up like that, bro, behind what's going on with the president and all that, bro. Like, it's just not in my heart, I ain't finna waste my time fucking with that, bro. I just feel like I'm always, if you do like that, you're gonna always run into a brick wall, bro, Look, all, they had, JayZ, Beyonce, T.I. Look who our president still is. These people got real followers, man. These people got billions of dollars, man. These people got, and they was all at the, they all behind Hillary, all of them. Trump's still president, man.
Trump's still president. But, you also got to understand that Hillary's husband put more black people in jail than any other president.
That's what I told him. That's what I was telling my my boys one day, we was in the car. They was on that Trump this, I hate Trump. I said, do you know who started the 3 strikes law? Bill Clinton.
Right.
You know who started the 3 strikes, who got everybody in prison right now? Bill Clinton. It's no one else, not Bush. Started the 3 strikes law. If you get caught with 3 felonies, it can be marijuana, anything, you go to prison for life. Bill Clinton did that. That's what he did. He gave us a lot of food stamps. He gave us a lot of food stamps, but shit, he crucified the people and he crucified the kids because the kids grew up with no fathers. A lot of people was on them 3 strikes law. That's why Obama started letting people out, you know. And I appreciate Obama for that, for letting all them people out of jail, man, on them 3 strikes laws. I just wasn't feeling Obama on them high ass taxes, man.
Yeah, I mean, but Bill Clinton even admitted that those laws he made during his presidencies weren't the best.
Yeah, man, that was a bad decision he did, bro. Like,
so you saw firsthand when those laws started to change what happened in your community.
Right. I saw it firsthand. Like, I saw it firsthand, bro. I was around so many dudes on that 3 strikes law who got sent away in the 90s, bro. You know, and it's hard to fight. That's what it was so hard to fight, man. And it wasn't no stipulations with it. It was 3 felonies. It wasn't no stipulations, aggravated. It wasn't aggravated assault. It wasn't, it wasn't no stipulations. It was 3 and you out, man. And that took a lot of people off the streets and caused a lot of poverty in the community for people who didn't have daddies.
I've always felt this way, is that if you don't have a father in your life and you're just growing around, if you grow up around just women, you're going to end up being more emotional, and you may not have a way to understand how to deal with those emotions. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because women are more emotional.
Right,
a man
right.
can come in and say, your father can come in and say, okay, you're upset, but this is how a man deals with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go grab a gun. You don't have to try to kill this person. You could just calm down and so forth. Women are a little bit different. And when you see this generation of young boys growing up without a father, and you see the way they react emotionally, I think the two are connected.
It is connected, man. Like, I lost my dad when I was 14, man. And,
sorry to hear that.
It was just me and my mama for so long. My mama couldn't teach me what the streets taught me. My mama couldn't. I couldn't go to my mama for manly things. I couldn't go to my mama for certain things. When a dad ain't in your life, something else gonna become that dad.
Right.
It's either the streets, it's either music, or it's either somebody else. Half of the time that stepdad would never become that because you got hatred from losing your dad. So, man, when a kid grow up without a dad, he spiral. It's so easy to spiral out of control, man. It's so easy to spiral out of control, man. And you either gonna stray away and do your own thing, or just sit under that woman all day and get emotional distress. That's how my cousin became, that's how my cousin became gay. My cousin, he became gay because this is how I feel. He was living down here since he was a youngster, and he moved with his mother when he was like 6, 7 years old. And like for 10 years, all he did is sit in the hair shop with his mother all day. All he did is sit, he went from being in the hood around all these goons to sitting around women all day. For 10 years, all he do is sit around women all day. And it's either that or you just go to the other side, So that's how I think my cousin came like that, because he was around women all 24/7. And it'll rub off on you.
Yeah, I mean, most gay people that I've interviewed have usually told me that there was some sort of traumatic experience that happened.
As a child.
You know, as a child.
Yeah.
They were molested, raped. You know, something happened. Not every time.
Most times something happened to turn them against that sex, man.
Yeah.
You know, most times something happened that turned them against their sex.
Right.
You know, it can be from a girl with her father abusing her.
Yeah.
You know, it could be from a girl with her father abusing her, and a woman, the only one that ever came in and showed her any love. You know, so sometimes it's not people's fault who turn gay, man. It's not their fault, man.
Yeah, it's the environment.
It's just the environment, bro.
Now, how did you lose your dad at such an early age?
He had a tumor on his brain.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad had a tumor on his brain. He died. So he had got sick and got an infection and died. So I lost my dad like a couple weeks before I made 14. So, you know, when I lost my dad, nobody could really tell me nothing. Because I always was a daddy's boy. I never was a mama's boy. My brother was a mama's boy. I always was a daddy's boy. I always hung under my daddy. And my daddy was he was a G. You know, he was a G in the hood. You know, I always hung under my daddy. So when you lose that kind of love, like, you spiral out of control. You know, I just stopped everything. I just felt like, you know, then I had to watch my mama struggle, man, you know, so, you know, like, I was born in it, bro. Like, I was born in it, bro. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna say I had to, because when I saw my mama struggling at 13, 14, I could have went and got a summer job or something, you know. I'm not gonna say that, but, you know, I was kind of torn into that, you know, like my grandmother's house, you know, everybody sell drugs, you know, everybody post up in front of my grandma's house and sell drugs. All my uncles sell drugs, all my cousins sell drugs. My aunties date the drug dealers. It's kind of hard doing that to get a 9 to 5, man. It's kind of hard trying to make $200 a weekend when you can make $1,000 a night, you know? So, you know, I was kind of like, I ain't gonna say I had to, but I wanted to. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say I wanted to, because I wanted the finer things, you know? I wanted to help my mom out, you know? I wanted to help my mom out because my daddy wasn't there. Even though my daddy and mama wasn't together, my daddy still helped out. You know, my daddy still took care of, you know, pop mama off when he come through. So I just felt like I wanted to, it was time for me to get money on my own, and it was time for me to man up, bro. So all the rest of that was irrelevant. School, all that was irrelevant. I had my mind on, really on the money, you know.
Yeah, that's sad, man. I'm sorry. 14, way too young for someone to lose their father.
Hell yeah.
I mean, when you talk about drugs and the effects in societies, you now have a situation where people are locked up for selling weed, and now weed is legal in certain places. You know, you go out to California, you see how it is. I
hate it. I hate. You know that's why I'm in. You know, like I'm on like. You know, I got sent to prison for 10. I got a 10-year sentence, man. I did 5, but I got a 10-year sentence for third offense marijuana, bro. You know, and I see all this legal shit out here today, bro. And I'm still on paper, bro, for third offense marijuana, man. I got caught with a couple grams when I was a teenager. Well, I had just turned 18. That was 5 grams. I got caught with 18 grams in a car. Just, you know, that was another time. The third time when I was sent to prison, I got caught with 7 grams, Vlad. You know, and I was sent to prison for 10 years, bro, for third offense marijuana. Now the same charge in the same state carries 12 to 24 months, man. You know, so I was sent, and you know, I wasn't even given off of rehab, Vlad. You know, I was sent straight to prison 10 years, 5 grams, 19 grams, and 7 grams. I'm a user, man.
Okay, for those that don't know, 7 grams of marijuana will fit in your hand.
Yeah, 7 grams will fit in your hand like this.
Right.
Yeah, 3 grams, you can blow it out like that. 19 grams is not even an ounce.
Yeah.
And I was sent to Angola.
Right. So we're definitely not talking about intent to distribute.
Nah, nothing sold, possession.
Possession, this is someone, personal use. And I've always felt like, how are you going to sentence someone to prison who wants to take drugs themselves with their own body? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe this is not good for the person. Something should be done about it, but putting them in a cage because they want to get high.
Man. Putting them in a cage, Brett. Come on, Vlad, man. That's just out of control, bro. Like, that just shows you I was a target because, I know people who done been to rehab 6 and 7 times with possession of heroin and cocaine. I had one guy had been to rehab 4 times, and he had possessions with intent to distribute and everything. It's just crazy, man. It's marijuana. I'm a user. I like to get high. You could have gave me some help. You sent me straight to prison. That's what I was saying, back to what I was saying, Vlad. I went in there with anger in me. I ain't going there to do right. I see you, Vlad. I ain't going there to do right. Somebody, Vlad, is you gonna go in, if somebody send you to jail for that, is you gonna go to jail mad or what?
Furious.
10 years.
Furious.
Okay.
I mean, if it was up to you, if you could make the decision, would you just make all drugs legal in terms of using?
I definitely will make marijuana legal.
Okay.
If I can stop one thing, I would not make alcohol legal because alcohol kills more people than homicides and anything in the world.
Okay, even though you have your own alcohol.
Even though I have my own alcohol, that's just a hustle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But alcohol kills more people than anything.
I agree.
People smoke weed and sit on the couch at home. When has weed made somebody get up and jump around a club or just run over a cliff? Teenager kids not smoking weed, running over cliffs or having head-on collisions.
Right.
I don't understand what's the weed thing. What's the weed problem, man? And from what I'm hearing, it's better in states. It's better in states. It's not putting them in a hole anymore. So I think that's some personal shit. I heard Trump finna stop that shit though.
Yeah, man, I'm scared of that. But what about? I mean, I don't know about Baton Rouge. I know in New Orleans, heroin is a real big problem.
Baton Rouge and New Orleans is the home of the heroin, man.
Right.
Yeah. Big problem.
I mean, would you make heroin legal?
Hell no.
No.
Yeah, heroin is lethal. Like heroin, those are lethal drugs. You understand, it's a difference between lethal drugs and other drugs. Lethal drug is crystal meth. This shit, you talking about motherfuckers who look 65 when they 14, man. Heroin, you talking about people who it'll affect you, man. Like marijuana, I don't even think it should be a drug, bro. If you can see a NyQuil over the damn counter, man, you drink a whole thing of NyQuil, you feel like you smoke a blunt. So I don't feel like weed should be a drug. I just feel like weed should be in the packs and the cigarettes at the store.
Heroin is, I've heard some horror stories, man.
Yeah, man, heroin people take from their mama, bro. Hey, bro, I done seen people just do the ultimate evil to their own family members. That's what heroin make you do. Heroin will make you the most evil person you can think of, bro.
Right. I mean, because once you stop taking heroin, you start feeling pain in your body. You start going through withdrawals.
Right.
If you stop smoking weed, you just want to smoke some more weed, but that's about it.
Yeah, you're going to go through a little withdrawal. You can't eat as good. You'll get your appetite back, but it's definitely not like those other drugs, Right. Even codeine is a form of heroin.
It is.
If you piss in a cup and you full of codeine, it's going to show up as a heroin liquid, opiates. People don't understand this, but most of the rappers sip and drink is heroin. You know, we don't want to look at it like that, but if you shoot heroin in your arm, and if you drink a paint of syrup, you go to the PO and piss, it's gonna show the same drug.
Right.
Exactly. If you sip syrup long enough, if you stop sipping syrup, you're gonna throw up. You're not gonna be able to shit. You're gonna go through withdrawals like you've never seen it before. I have done it. You're gonna be feeling like you finna die.
So you used to do syrup?
Yeah, I used to love codeine. I don't want to started this codeine shit in the rap game, bro. Like I've been, you know, as far as like I've been fucking with codeine. You know, I supplied the whole damn southern region with codeine in the drug game, man. Like,
okay.
You know.
Okay, so you were doing codeine for a while.
Right.
What made you stop?
Shit, I ain't stopped till I came home from prison, and I was on parole.
Okay.
That's the only thing that made me stop. I had gallons of syrup by my bed in jail.
Really?
Really?
You were getting it in prison like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you were addicted?
Yeah, you gotta have it. If you don't have it, you gotta have it. Like codeine, like is a real drug. It's not nothing to play with. You gotta have it. If you don't have it, hey, bro, like you finna throw up, man. You finna, you know, if you don't have it, it affects your bowel movements, you know. They got a lot of, you sip so much, every time you shit, you just gonna shit out a pebble because the codeine and got around your liver and it harden up your liver and shit. So it sticks to your liver. And a lot of artists don't know, every 2 ounces of codeine you drink, you're supposed to drink 16 ounces of water to flush it off your kidney.
Okay, and you actually had cancer at one point.
Yeah, and you know, I was on codeine from like 03 to, you know, and I've been to the I probably been to the hospital. I think that's what got me with diabetes, man, because I got diabetes when I was like 19. I started sipping codeine when I was like 17, 18. So I think, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that. I feel like God do everything for a reason, but I sipped a lot of codeine. Man.
Okay. So how bad were your withdrawals when you finally stopped?
Sweating, throwing up. I used to always go to the hospital. I used to go to the hospital so much they had my own room for me. You know, like I was down bad on the codeine, bro, you know. I was down. I made a song called I Quit It, I Ain't Fucking With It. I say it all the time. You know, I was down bad on codeine, bro. Like I put everybody on it, bro. Like I was down bad on codeine, like real talk, you know.
Okay. Now that you're off it completely.
Right.
Are you ever tempted to go back, or do you have a better understanding?
Nah, I don't want that feeling no more, you know. I don't want that feeling of withdrawal, you know. I just like the smile I got now to where, you know, I overcame it. So, you know, I don't want that shit at all, bro. Like I don't want that shit. I don't want that habit. You know, I don't want nothing to do with that codeine, bro. You know, I don't really like my niggas sipping it. You know, I be six-side throwing their cups away. They be having their cups, they leave it on the dresser. I slick-side throw it in the toilet. I be doing all kind of shit because, you know, they kind of worthless when they on codeine. You know, they ducking, they waking up, they're not as focused. But most of them, you know, they gotta have their drink. I don't want them to get sick neither. At the same time, you know, I'd rather them take uppers.
Well, you know, the man that helped bring you into the game, Pimp C,
right? He
died of codeine.
Right.
But at that point, you were still sipping.
Yeah. I was. When Pimp C died, I was sipping more. They tell me Pimp died from codeine, I was like, shit, I need another paint. I was sipping more. You know, I used to sip 2 paints of codeine, 32 ounces of codeine a day. If you come in my house, if you walk in my house from '05 to '07, I have over 100 paints in the refrigerator. And why it's not positive right now, because they gonna go broke. You know, if you sip drink right now, if you ain't making no hell of a money, you going broke. You know, because paints are activists. When I was doing it, it was $250. They $5,000 now. Sealed up, they're $5,000 now. They was $250 when I used to get them. I used to get 300 paints for $25 a piece. But now they're $5,000 for one paint, 16 ounces.
Right, because when I interviewed Lil Herb, G Herbo, what's the most you ever spent on lean?
No telling, bro. Like I didn't.
You don't
I know
remember?
I done spent 50,000 on this shit.
You spent 50,000 on lean.
Hell yeah.
Easy.
Drinking lean. Hell yeah.
Well, 5 years, that's 10,000 a year. I mean, well, that's
rest, bro.
He's not lying. Yeah. One bottle that might last them 7-8 hours, $5,000. Man. That's why everybody's sipping the bullshit now. They sip red. People done switched it up. They sipping red. You know, but the red, people used to give red away. They didn't even want. Red now is $1,000, $1,200 a paint. You know, so if you ain't got no steady, that's the wrong drug to be doing, bro, because it costs so much money now. It's a high demand for it. And all the rappers love it, so, you know. That's how it is, you know, but you gotta have it. I know what they going through. You gotta have it. You gotta have it, I'm telling you.
If you were to put a dollar amount on how much lean you drank yourself, 100,000, 500,000?
I'm gonna say about
retail, not wholesale, retail.
I don't want to say no number because you know, I ain't drunk a lot of drink though, bro. I used to drink so much drink at one time. My 745, the shift got stuck. I couldn't put it in gear. It had so much syrup and shit going down. My other car, it couldn't go in gear because it had syrup down there. You know, I put it on everything. I put it on my cigarettes. I put it on my blunts. All my clothes had burn holes in them. That's from smoking the cigarette, going to sleep, and it drips. I was the syrup king, man. Like that's all I did is sip syrup, bro, and it just kept me sick. I used to be so damn sick, man, and I quit for about 2 weeks, and when somebody make me mad, that'll be my excuse to go back. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Gucci, I assume. Well, I mean, I know for a fact that Gucci used to do a lot of lean.
Yeah,
I've talked to people around him. He looks so much happier now when he off the lean. When you see them Gucci smiles in his Instagram picture, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Me too. Look at me now. Go back to my 2003 to 2009 and look at my face. Yeah. You'll be like, this he disturbed. You know, because it had you with that. You know, it always had you, and it had you humbuggish too. You wake up and you ain't got it. Oh man, bro, you know, and it had you can't even fuck right on this shit like talking about, man. One nut, you out. You out. Don't touch me. I'm good. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, niggas drank so much of that shit. You catch one nut, you don't even want, you know, you done. Like, that shit affect you in so many ways.
Yeah. I think I tried it one time when I was hanging out with Riff Raff, and I think I just fell asleep. I didn't really get the full effect, and I'm good.
You got the full effect, you were asleep, right?
Yeah, that was the full effect. I'm good, man. You know, I just see too much of this shit, you know, because I got a report on it. I just see too many of the horror stories, man.
Yeah, man. You're like, all the rappers in H-Town really died off drink, man.
Yeah. DJ
you know, you got to
Screw.
think about all the rappers in H-Town. You know, they didn't get shot. No, they didn't. They died off drink. You know, and Pimp loved drink. That's one thing about Pimp. Man, Pimp did it all. That's my boy, bro. Pimp, you know, I remember me and Pimp drinking I had that's when they had Sprite remix. I had a little bottle. I poured 3 ounces in there. That nigga say, "What the fuck you doing, man?" Man, nigga took the bottle and poured a whole nother 4 in there. I was like, shit. You know, I'm with the big dog now. I'm steady drinking though. I'm steady drinking, so you know, like, it's just a part of you, man. It's like, lean is a part of the culture now. Like, people got like, it's really a part of the culture. It's just, you just gotta get it, and I just hope you get money while you getting it, because it gonna take your bag down.
You know, one of my best friends growing up, he ended up overdosing and dying off cocaine when he was 23. And I remember going to his funeral and saying, I ain't never gonna touch this shit. And that's what I did. I've never touched cocaine my whole life because of that situation. Yeah. I just think a lot of times you need to have that example. Yeah, that's what happened with me though. Like my dad was on cocaine. I saw some of my role models lose their stripes to cocaine. And all my friends, I had like a pack of 6 friends coming up, and all our dads was on cocaine. And I remember we made a pact that we'll never do cocaine, bro. You know, we used to see how our daddies was acting, and that stuck with us, bro. And we always made a pact that we'll never do cocaine. And all of us ain't never do cocaine but one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. Boosie, we got another epic one here, man. We're going to drop it. Can't wait to see how the people react to it. Always a pleasure.
All right, bro.